And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug?
You don't mean that shit?
The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just cause you don't like the way another nigga talk. Drive, motherfucker!
Where are we gonna go? Why is the world so cold? Will the Lord take my soul? Who's really in control? Will the truth ever be told? Nobody really knows.
Just like some TNT, way too hard for TV. Rare roads and real riders is all niggas see. Like red please, believe it or not, keep them blocks straight high, cause that's how I check the knot. And I can't be caught, that means I smooth shake the spot with my black plastic Glock and the sound of buckshots make it hot. Machine gun Kenny at the drug spot on the Deuce 4 block, cause that's how I sell my rocks. Fat talk, and then slow mo, we hit your block up. Under your nails, I reach a bird from your flock. Talk the talk, nigga. Watch us walk the walk in some outline chalk, cause real killers don't talk.
We make shit pop on the daily, keep this shit cracking. Me and Maniac and my dog that be out making, take these fools on the journey. It don't stop, take them all the way from Beacom to the Deuce 4 block. The Road City hit the corner, making something happen. Making nothing but family and green leaves, I'm stacking. Breaking down in the drought season, man, come find me. Fuck up them Road City players, if you feel me, rewind me, I tell the truth. I love these young G's to death, but I can't accept the fact that there's a handful left. Deadly as they wanna be, from blocks and parks. This shit done got me sparked, them dogs been born. In the Daily Rose, fuck niggas and fake hoes. Me and my niggas low big trees. And slay CDs, red rum, and Maniac low from on the block. Better watch that shit you talk before we smoke up your block.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the PDXDOPE Live Podcast. Yes, I'm your host, Mr. Ray Nelson Jr., a.k.a. Double R, a.k.a. Ray MG, and we're back with another one. We'll go ahead and bring the panel on today. I got my man, Mr. Ivory Mays, in the building. What's happening with you? Testing.
Hey, what's going on?
You got it. We back. So we back after a week off. Got my man Renaud Tage in the building.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
What's happening with y'all?
Enjoying this nice, cool Friday evening.
Yeah, I know. Get a break, man. I don't know if I'd have been able to do the show how hot it was earlier this week. It gets hot as hell up in this office. Yeah, I was like, man, I need to pull the AC up here or something. But I'm about to turn this fan on, though. But anyway, man, what's been popping, though, man? This last weekend, man, we just watched a fight this weekend. My man Errol Spence got cooked. He got cooked by Terrence Bud Crawford, man. That broke my heart, man. Like, damn. I was like, pinch the nigga, something, man. You know what I mean? Bud really got down on him. I never thought I would have seen that happen like that.
Yeah, that was tough.
It was hard to see him get beat up like that, but it's boxing. Salute to Bud Crawford on that one. That dude is the real deal. Ain't no more. I can't hate on him no more. That dude is for real. He's for real. But we had a good time though, kicking it. But we bet some money on the fight. I bet on Earl. I bet some money on him, but I also bet on Crawford though to kind of save face. And because Crawford won, I only lost a total of $6, and I bet like $175. So it worked out for me. In the end of the day, it worked out. So salute to them cats. I still got my account set. I think Jake Paul and Nate, what's his name? Nate Diaz, MMA fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all get on y'all. Pull up your Googles, nigga. Y'all should have Google up at all times, so you can research answers and shit. Instead of niggas be out here trying to look around and their brain can't find nothing. You got Google, nigga. We got smartphones and shit now. You know, say what's going on. You know what I mean? Yeah, you listen to the music of Mr. Maniac Low featuring Red Rum and Kenny Mack, The Deadly Rose, Portland original music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out here in the comments, what's up to Pam and Ebony? Yeah, Nate Diaz. Okay. Yeah, they fight. I think I might bet on that fight though. I'm gonna see what the odds is looking like on that one.
Yeah, I gotta do my homework.
Hey man, you better get. I mean, this is Jake Paul. He's probably a better boxer now than when he started. But Nate Diaz,
That's the
MMA.
YouTube guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Right?
yeah. That's her.
Yeah, I was listening to Rogan talk about it. He said, man, if the dude wouldn't have been a person, people would be saying, yeah, man, he can box, he can fight. He said, man, he got dynamite for hands or something like that.
He talking about Nate Diaz?
That Paul guy.
Oh, Jake Paul. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Joe Rogan was saying.
I mean, he's gotten better. I'll give him that, though. He lost to Tommy Fury, I think his name was.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson Fury's little brother.
Now I'm reading somewhere. Did he lose prior to Diaz?
Yeah, he lost. That's what I'm talking about. Tommy Fury. He lost to him.
Okay.
Yeah, he lost.
But did Jake Paul lose to Diaz, or did they ever fight in the past?
No, they never fought before.
Oh, okay.
Diaz is an MMA fighter, UFC fighter. He's been a pretty popular cat. Let me see if I can find some highlights of Mr. Diaz. Yeah, no, but he wild though. Let me see.
Yeah. See, when I see from what I just see online, Jake Paul, I'm thinking he's just like just for social media, but apparently he can fight though. Talking about Jake Paul, right? Because I've never really followed him as of late.
This motherfucker is wild. Yeah, no, Nate Diaz, he's the truth. It's just trying to find this little highlight tape of him, man. He's funny as fuck, but he can fight though. It's the one. Okay, that's this one.
You gonna share it?
Yeah, I'm good. Excuse me, y'all.
Yo, assalamu alaikum, my niggas. What's good? Bop,
2 motherfucking 9.
Assalamu alaikum, my niggas.
Damn. He got lumped.
Jesus. Yeah, no, that's Nate Diaz. He's a fool. He said, "Assalamu alaikum, my niggas."
And then got beat up.
No, he was the one knocking the nigga out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like my niggas. Bam, and they started it, and then they saw him knocking the nigga out. That's cold. Yeah, no, but Nate Diaz is a fool though. He wild. But I think on some boxing shit, probably Jake Paul gonna win the fight.
You gonna bet on that?
I'm gonna see what it look like.
When is the fight?
I think is it tomorrow, Renaud? Or hold on.
So we can bet on it tonight.
You can bet on it. You gotta look up on it. Pull it up.
I'm about
I think
DraftKings, right?
Yep.
Boxing
Uh,
or is it MMA?
him UFC.
Huh?
UFC.
John Paul guy was doing boxing now. He doing both.
Who?
The white dude.
Jake Paul? No,
Jake
he's just
Paul.
Yeah.
fighting the MMA fighter. He fought a couple of MMA fighters in boxing. Let's see. Oh, so I think. Hold on. Let me see.
Let's see.
It's section.
Oh, UFC. Is it?
Let's see here. Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it. His record, 20. Yeah, that's
August the
22,
5th.
13 by KO, 0 losses. Yeah, those is all. They ain't no boxing fights though.
You
13
said
losses.
it's UFC.
And she said 13, 0 losses. KO, huh?
Is it UFC?
Yeah.
But yeah, the fight is tomorrow.
Oh, so
What's
it is tomorrow.
Trying to find it, bro. I don't see it.
Or you just type in Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, and it'll pop right up.
Oh,
Yeah, he.
log in. I gotta log in.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
We'll go. Shit, I'll have to go with the white boy.
Jake Paul.
So it's going to be on at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific tomorrow.
Oh man, I got the cold setup now, man. On my Fire Stick, ain't nothing. It's the coldest setup ever.
I need to be hip to game.
Yes, you do, nigga. All my shit is getting cut off. I'm cutting off all of my streaming apps. Oh, nothing. I'm paying for nothing ever. Not with this setup.
So you talking about it's August 5th, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh,
Yep. For $59.95, you can view it at your viewing pleasure. Or if you have a Fire Stick, because I'll be smooth tuned in, free of charge.
I sure will, because they ain't getting no $59.99 out of me. Not for this. Not for this bullshit. Yeah, so that fight is going up. Let's see. So Jake Paul,
he's favored to win.
Favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, what risk 440 to return 100.
Yeah. So you got him at Nate Diaz is a plus 310. Yeah, he's a plus 310.
Now you talking about on right?
They don't think it's gonna go over 7 rounds. You can win on that one. Jake Paul by decision or technical decision. They think that's how it's going. It's plus 300.
Yeah, I don't see it, bro.
Man, I'm looking at it right now.
You're on DraftKings?
You damn right.
And when I go to DraftKings, see.
Hold on. Let me share the screen for this nigga, man.
Yeah. Trent.
What's wrong with you, man?
Man, I'm looking at the shit. It ain't coming up.
Okay, there it is right there, sir.
So, did you do... You did boxing.
I put Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
I went to Google, right? And then I put Nate Diaz, and then I put Nate Diaz and Jake Paul fight, and then I put DraftKings, and then it took me right here.
Yeah. It should be an interesting fight out. I'm gonna definitely be tuned in.
There's some female boxing on too. Let's see here. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. So it's Shadesha Green versus Olivia Curry. Money line. So Shadesha Green is 25. She's the favorite. The other is 1,200 plus. She's Olivia Curry. So let's see if you bet on this one. You've bet $100 on her. You bet $100 on her to pay out is 1,300, and she's an underdog. Olivia Curry. Oh, that nigga Ivory, he got the circle going on over
I
there.
see that. I thought that only I could see that.
Yeah, let's see here. So tomorrow, if I bet, see $100,
There we go.
and that payout for that is, yeah, yeah, like that. So you could parlay these too. Oh, that is a parlay. What's this on my screen, bro? Oh, I'm on no side of things.
What album is this on?
Heavy on the grind. Heavy on the grind. This is Got 'em. DT and Mo. Yeah, man, it's some pretty good odds in here. You can go in. There's a few fights though. Oh, Amanda Serrano and Heather Hardy fight tomorrow at 6. Heather Hardy is the favorite. Or no, Amanda Serrano, excuse me, is the favorite. Heather Hardy is of course I look at the underdog bets. Got 100 on her. Get back 1,100 or 1,000. Yeah.
I'm not a gambling man, but that looks great.
Yeah, I know. You have to pull it out though. So these are some of the fights that's going on tomorrow, and these are just all underdog bets here. Or no, this Olivia Curry, is she the? Oh yeah, she's underdog. Except for that, what's that under 4.5 rounds? Yeah. So you got that. Yeah, they got some fights on there, Ivory. Them was all fights right there.
Yeah, I seen it. But the
She's
odds
fine.
ain't good. I want to win some money.
Ooh.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, that's 55 hundo. Let me see here. So say what?
Yeah, I gotta find out what's going on with my stuff.
11,000. What you had to go through a different? You got a whole different camera angle.
No, I gotta get with Dre and find out why my Arrow Wi-Fi extension ain't working. Boost. Because it's showing a lag and all that. But when I go to the
actual source is better.
Yeah, I gotta go to the source, and the bars is only like 2 bars. You know what I'm saying?
Are you hardwired?
No. No, yeah, on this one, yes.
Okay.
Ain't winning no money bet no Jake Paul. No money bet no Jake Paul, man. See, clear. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Hey, what's up with it?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good yourself?
Hey, what's up, Claire?
Scooty, I keep forgetting to text your wife to tell her that I'm planning on coming to your party.
All right, I'll tell her.
Thank you. Because I already bought your gifts, so I damn sure this.
Yeah, I'll tell her.
Oh, but look at Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Jake Paul to win by disqualification. I could see that. I could see Nate Diaz acting stupid. So if we pick that right here, you bet $100. Yeah.
I don't know
that's
nothing about that.
3,500. Gonna put that thou wow on you. There you go, Ivory. Yeah,
Are these
Right.
fake bets or is this real money?
Oh,
real
this
Oh,
money.
it's
real
real.
money.
It's real. He just hasn't logged in to place his bet yet.
So this is if I bet this much money, how much you would. This shows you the pick.
The outcome.
You know how what the payout is if you put
What
in
about
the money.
either fighter being not either fighter being nigga, that ain't nothing. I need some money.
What you talking about?
Shit.
You think him winning by if you put
No, no, no.
$1,000, that's $36,000.
No, either fighter to be knocked down in rounds 1 through 6.
What is it?
That's like negative 250.
Mm.
Ronaldo, you do this?
No, that's a negative.
You just spending your money on the fruit bowls.
But look at this one, though,
Right.
bro. This is the one though. Oh, I need to see my betting shit.
Here we go. Here we go, right? Diaz to be knocked down 2+ times and Paul to win by a decision. 200
What
to
is
get you
that?
2,200.
So what are your
200.
odds on winning, y'all?
That's what we're looking at. So you see the plus. Let me get Jackson along here.
Yeah, the plus 200.
Educate me, cause I don't bet even like a penny, and I don't get into boxing, but I wouldn't
These are
bet
your odds.
on football, and that's something I know, no. So those are your odds.
Plus and minuses and stuff like that.
So your odds are 3. So okay, so like the one that you're highlighted, that's highlighted. What is that? 25, 30? What is that?
Plus 3,500.
So that's 3,500. So it's 3,500 to
this
what? One? Like what? How
It's
does that work?
1,000. Okay, so if you see that's this right here. This here.
Uh-huh.
So if you had $1,000 in there, then it shows you what your payout would be is this.
If
you was
that
to bet-
happens. If
right.
that,
So if that was to happen, yeah.
that's the result. But what's
Right.
the odds of that happening? How do
Of
you
it
know
being
that?
disqualified?
3,500 to what's that? 3,500 to 1, Jax.
I can't see it.
3,500.
Oh, you can't. Hold on. Let me make it
3,500 that they will be disqualified, or
the
3,500
odds of that happening. 35 is that so? It's plus 3,500. So is that 3,500 to 1?
Yeah, essentially. Well, yeah. So like every so every $100 you get, essentially.
Right. So
So that's likely to
But
happen.
but
No.
the odds are gonna. That's for the entire parlay, correct? Or is that for this?
No,
for
no,
one?
that's just for just that one bet.
Hold on, let me
Oh,
pull
wait
up
a
my
minute.
best.
No,
so
I think that's a parlay. I think that's a parlay. Let me take it off. Hold on. Let me take these other bets off.
Yes, that sounds like more like a parlay spread.
No, I was just picking and getting payouts on this. So no, that's what it would be for that 36,000 for 1,000 if it was a disqualification.
Remember who's been a good friend to you for over 30 years.
Right. Shit, if $1,000 to get that, but Jake Paul to win by disqualification.
See, the odds is unlikely that's for that to happen, though.
Right.
Yeah,
the plus means
right. So that's like where I'm asking, like, okay, so like that's
so the plus means is unlikely. The minus is the favorite, meaning that they're likely to
Okay.
win or the favorite to win. Yeah.
Okay, the
So that's
plus
what we're
is
looking at.
unlikely. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I learned something new today.
So if you bet if you bet on a negative by itself, you like it might be negative 120. So if you bet $100, you still might be in a negative. You see what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to win that anyway. So the odds, you don't get good odds on that. If that makes sense.
Both fighters to be knocked down in round 1 and 2. $100 that get you $100,100.
What? For what?
Both fighters to be knocked down in round 1 and 2. $100 will win you $100,100.
And see, that's very
Like
unlikely.
for instance,
$100.
Oh, excuse me.
How do they pay you out? Through like
They
cash
just
out?
drop it
Shadisha
into your
Green
account
versus
and you cash
Olivia
it out.
Curry. The odds is negative 2,500. If you bet $100, you get $104. So you get $4.
I ain't betting that.
But she's the favorite, but that's the favorite though, right?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So going with the favorites, like, you know what I'm saying, unless you parlaying them, it don't pay like that.
Yeah, I already know. That's why. So let me see.
If you parlay some, then you get a all right payout.
Yeah. Ooh, wait, $50 to get you 1,800 for this bet here though. Yeah, but it's a couple of fights on, so it's gonna be interesting. Because I am gonna bet. I don't know who I'm betting on just yet, but
I'm betting on Nate Diaz.
that's what I think I'm gonna do too.
You think Diaz gonna do it?
$100 to get you
Yeah,
400.
I bet on Nate Diaz.
Or was it 4? Yeah. I mean, I can bet $100
And,
on him or $50.
I don't know nothing about all these other motherfuckers.
This is women fighter or boxing.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't George Litter and Radek Rasul. I ain't gonna front like I know who they are.
So Jake Paul to win by split unanimous decision is plus 400.
Let me see if I got some
They
UFC.
say Paul to be
I
knocked
could compile
down
with.
and win by KO or TKO. That's plus 550.
Jake Paul win by split decision is plus
It say
1,200.
Paul to be knocked down, but win by KO or TKO.
Nate Diaz will win by majority decision, nigga, for $50. That gets you. Ooh, 2,000.
Is that 2,500?
Yeah. Should put 100 on it. Yeah.
That might get me out the hole.
Diaz isn't a boxer, is he? Ain't he a kick fighter? I mean, a UFC guy?
Diaz is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Y'all think Diaz gonna win? Y'all crazy.
51,000, bro.
But he's a boxer too.
Man, please. I don't believe that.
Put 500 on him, fuck it. 500 gets you 25,000 though. If he Nate Diaz will win by majority decision.
Ooh, that's kind of.
I need some shit to bet on, man, that I know about.
I know what you mean. It's hard to bet on some shit and be guessing and shit, playing with your money.
That's where me and Renaud stand.
Like this baseball
Right.
shit. Like,
And I'd be pissed if I lose $10. I'm like, man, I could have paid a light bill or something.
I'm like that too, though. But sometimes it pays, bro. I mean, if you know what you're looking at.
See, and again,
I've
I don't.
won a few bets though in my lifetime.
Yeah. I'm sure you
You're like, sure.
Yeah, I know what she's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, Nate.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I'm waiting
This
till
is big time though.
shoot. That man, listen. He ain't winning by no majority decision though.
Who?
You bet on your guy who lost?
Nate did. Yeah, I did. And but I also bet on the guy who won, so I broke even. So I did all right.
Okay. So then tell me your thought behind that. Like I know you were like I listened to your little dissertation about it. So like I understood that you were a huge fan of the one dude. So what made you bet on both of them? Was it just to be like, well, just in case?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's just that's a good business move. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
I mean, like I said before, it's like this. I said I think, it's not the fact that he beat him, it's the way he beat him was what bothered me about it. But as far as it wasn't like I didn't think that he couldn't win or nothing like that. So I was like, shit, let me put some money on him. It's just in case he beat this nigga. then I know
Full
that
amounts
I'm
on both.
gonna get it. But he was the favorite anyway. So, you know, what I made back was what I bet on Spence, really, is how it ultimately worked out
Got
for
that
me.
ass maxed out like a visa.
Yep.
The one who won was favored to win.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
he was favored.
Crawford?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh,
And so that's how that worked for me. So, you know,
oh,
I
okay.
was cool. So that
Is there
money,
a
my money is
boxing season or is it year round?
year round.
I was gonna say I don't feel like it ever stops, but
No, it's always on. I mean,
I feel like
small
it's just
fights,
always
big
on
fights,
Saturday nights and shit. But I don't fool with
usually.
it.
But they have Friday night fights too, though, and sometimes they have those shows on Sundays. Where we have certain fights. They've had a few. Tank Floyd Mayweather does exhibitions on Sundays and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I don't know what to bet, man.
yeah, you got Nate Diaz. Nigga, that's the only bet.
Nah, I ain't gonna. He gonna beat him, man.
He might. He might go in there and get on his gangster shit, man, and be like, "Assalamu alaikum, my
Not if
bitches."
his face swell up like Spencer did.
Well, his face always he always get cut, so
No,
it's gonna be some
Yeah,
blood.
and that's what I'm saying. I think Jake Paul gonna win in round 5 or 6.
Fuck Jake Paul.
Hey, we talking about money. We talking about money now. I'm trying to. I want to win like
He got the advantage because
500.
he's a boxer, but he ain't been boxing that goddamn long. They Diaz is a
Yeah,
fighter,
Jake
but
Paul's a honey baked bitch.
Mm. What did he do to you? Nate Diaz to win in six through the 10th round plus 1,100. $200 to get you 2,400. Mm.
I could definitely use that too. So let's go ahead and get into some of these topics.
All right.
Enough about this gambling stuff, y'all. We'll be talking later about this backstage.
We're
We'll
gonna
be
have
on
to
this
do
shit
some
all
type
day
of
trying to figure.
counseling.
that was
Yeah.
We'll take care of this backstage. Let me see. Let me stop sharing the screen here. You guys think this is some kind of betting show right now? No, we're just look at what you can do if you invest your money the right way. You pick right. So we got a couple of stories on here tonight. I'm gonna just read through some of the topics that we have here. So we have Cardi B. She threw a microphone at somebody who threw water on her, I believe, or some kind of drink on her. You guys see that?
Yeah.
It says now we're finding out the damaging results of the mandated return to office.
I'm reading that right now. That has
Oh, okay. The mandatory return into office and how that's, how they're starting to make people that were working remote come back to the offices. So it's
must
kind
have
of
missed that one.
Can we touch
kind of
on that?
backfiring. Yeah, we definitely will. I just had a conversation with the director about that too. Let's see. OSHA is investigating a New Jersey's woman's death after she fell into a large food processor in operation. Yikes. FBI looks for more possible victims after Seattle woman escapes from a cinder block cage in Oregon. Did you guys
What
hear
is
about
the
that
hell of a
story?
cinder block cage?
Oh, it's a bunch of like you're building a wall, and it's those square pieces of bricks. Boop, boop, boop. And she
Cement.
Well, I
busted
know
Yeah.
her.
what cinder blocks are, but like it's
He had it
prison.
built in his. Well, yeah, he
He had it built in
built
his
a wall
basement or
in
something.
the basement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and had a girl.
an enclosure,
He kidnapped her from Seattle, right?
It's like
and it's possible other around the whole states. He's been what, Florida, Vegas, or some other. It's a lot of places. He might have multiple victims.
People
Yeah.
like to have their autonomy, but I'm somebody knows where I am. It might not always be the same person who knows where I am, but I'm about that. I'm finna go here, do such and such with so and so. It's not safe for women.
So Oregon deputies captured $400,000 worth of fentanyl in a record seizure. This happened a little while ago.
Yeah,
$400,000 in fentanyl.
They had a press. They had an industrial press, so you could be thinking you're getting diazepam, uh, Tylenol, but
And then you get hit with a fentanyl dose and you dead in a motherfucker. It's fucking terrible. But the CDC is warning as leprosy cases increase in Florida. Have you guys heard that? I mean, that was the top story on here.
I read it. It's crazy.
Leprosy.
It's like
I ain't heard that since I was, at church.
Like the Bible.
Yeah, leprosy. What is leprosy? Can somebody look that up?
I'm Googling it right now.
Let's see here. So Portland police are searching for a woman accused of spitting on an employee at the Woodburn outlets. What do you do in a situation like that?
Beat him like that dude did with that stick.
Oh my, that's violent.
In that thing we just watched.
That is Habib
I
on their
was telling
ass.
you about that, Elijah, the other day. How that dude got whooped with the stick.
We seen the whole video, man.
We seen the whole video, nigga. That was the worst.
They hit him 30 times
at least,
and he was connecting too, man.
He blocked a couple with the bottom of his foot, but the other ones.
So Hansen's disease, leprosy is called Hansen's disease, also known as leprosy, is an infection caused by a slow-growing bacteria called Microbacterium leprae. It can affect the nerves, skin, eyes, and lining of the nose, nasal mucus. With early diagnosis and treatment, the disease can be cured. Okay, well, a good thing it can be cured. No, but this is almost like non-existent in today's world, but now it's starting to come back up or whatever and have cases. It reminds me of the whole monkeypox thing.
Yep.
Remember the monkeypox thing? We was covering the monkeypox story on here, and we was pulling up pictures. It was horrible. It was probably some of the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. How ugly that shit looked.
Here's some additional information. Hang on.
All right.
Putting that in here right now for you.
All right. So people with Hansen's disease can continue to work and lead an active life during and after treatment. Leprosy was once feared as a highly contagious and devastating disease, but now we know it doesn't spread easily and treatment is very effective. However, if left untreated, the nerve damage can result in the crippling of hands and feet, paralysis, and blindness.
And that was pulled from a CDC website.
Okay, because that's what I'm looking at right now. Beautiful picture of the CDC building in Atlanta, I believe. Aren't they in Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought that's your CDC building right there, ladies and gentlemen. That Center for Disease Control. Man.
159 in 2020.
So there were 159 cases in 2020, cases of leprosy in 2020. The most recent year for the data was studied, according to the report publishers on Monday by the CDC Florida. Where does this shit come from, though? That's what I'm interested to know.
Okay, let's see. Let me see what we can find.
Central Florida had 81% of the cases reported.
Well, there's a lot of poor people with bad immune systems. That's what what I'm reading here.
Okay.
They don't know.
Yeah, live in unsanitary conditions and have limited access to good food and clean water.
Here we go. Hold on. Here's some more information.
So it's not known exactly how Hansen's disease spreads between people. Scientists currently think it may happen when a person with Hansen's disease coughs or sneezes, and a healthy person breathes in the droplets containing the bacteria.
Back to mask mandates.
You said what? Oh, back to masking? Yes, mandate. Prolonged close contact with someone with untreated leprosy over many months is needed to catch the disease. So you have to be with somebody a lot to get it. Says you cannot get leprosy from a casual contact with the person who has Hansen's disease, like shaking hands or hugging, sitting next to each other on the bus. Okay, well, that's a non-story then. We're gonna go ahead and nip that in the bud, Florida. Take care of that, please. We
Right.
don't need that.
If you
We
go
need you
to
to take.
Florida, wash your hands, watch who you're around. 6 feet.
It would happen there. Them niggas don't be masking and shit. So, that was one of them open states. So then here,
I remember
here we
that.
go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now they got leprosy and shit out here in Florida. This shit biblical. This is biblical. So remember we was talking about that serial killer dude, your Portland serial killer, and it says there was a story in Newsbreak there where they were asking the question: were police really inactive over the Portland serial killer case? And me and Dara had a conversation about that. And one of the things I learned from the Long Island serial killer is that the police probably already knew this. That was my first thought on that situation. Though.
Yes, I listened to a good podcast
They
breakdown
know.
about the Gilgo killer, and
Mm.
the police chief there. There was evidence that they had for a while that so the FBI had offered their services, and the police chief had denied like their help, like wasn't entertaining it. The belief is that that individual, that chief, had
Something
their
to do with
own
it.
dealings with their couple things. Number one, their own dealings with sex workers, right? So
Right. I see that.
not wanting for their own stuff to get exposed, right?
So they
But then
said
also
no.
too, maybe having some level of idea of who it might have been or what the possibilities could be. But a lot of the evidence that led to the arrest of the individual, they already had the information. Like it was sitting there. The police had the information and it hadn't been moved on.
Because of that chief, and that he even retired and even
Yeah.
came back when they
Did
started to
he
go
retire?
back
Did
to
he
it.
get fired?
I forget, but I think that he somehow, some way, would still had some kind of pull to tell them to back off of the case, if I remember correctly. Yeah. But they say everybody's been talking about the Gilgo Beach murder. It says, but have you heard about what Portland is dealing with? Portland serial killer case has been slowly boiling up to a major scandal after 4 dead bodies showed up in Portland area with similar traits. As many as 6 victims may have been found. Some of these women have been missing for months or even years. Families of the victims of the Portland serial killer have been starting to raise alarms about the Portland Police Department's inactivity over the killings. But is this warranted? It's up for debate. There is always a chance that the police may be giving reports related to the killings that should have been better investigated. Jesse Calhoun, it says, who has been arrested under the suspicion of being the killer, was reported by family members after he choked one of his victims, who would later go missing.
Uh-huh.
Another victim, Kristen Smith, was reported missing to police earlier this year. Yet Gresham Police Department allegedly did nothing to help Kristen's mother find her. Moreover, Calhoun was a man who was arrested for prior offenses, including trying to strangle a police dog. This motherfucker was strangling police dogs and shit. After
That's
serving
bold.
time, it is. It says after serving time, he was given an early release as a result of acting as a volunteer firefighter during the California wildfires. Family members were wondering why this even happened, though there were no ties to the crime known to the police at the moment. Police credit. To the police credits, they did issue out a warning about a potential serial killer after 4 bodies were found close to one another over the course of 3 months. They also found the killer uh, faster than many other departments who dealt with serial killers did, though this could be due to the cooperation from the girlfriend. But what's funny is that they was trying to tell when we covered the story on the PDX Dope Live podcast, what we was reading is that that people are jumping the gun and that they shouldn't be saying anything about that because it wasn't a serial killer, and that was something that they officially kind of brought up themselves. But now we know we got one. Do you think the police failed the people?
Hmm.
No. Yeah.
I
No.
mean, these motherfuckers. I mean, yeah, but shit. I mean, they pick and choose what they choose to follow up on. So, I mean, in that sense, they did what the
Yeah.
fuck they do.
Right. I think it's more so of that, when they're doing investigations, especially like when you chasing down a serial killer, you only put out certain information because you don't want to tip them off. What about that part of it?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, even if you only put out certain information, that means you still got the information. So, what's stopping you from? I mean, that means that puts you at more of an advantage because you got information that they don't know you have.
Right. No, I'm talking about as far as reporting it publicly.
I got you.
Yeah, like them coming out saying, "Hey, to the public, y'all need to be careful because we got 4 women dead, and we think we have a serial killer." They tried to say that in the article, but that's not what they were saying when we was covering it.
But I mean, how is that tipping them off? Well, I mean, there's okay.
Well,
I'm killing motherfuckers, and they know I'm killing motherfuckers. Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, so like for instance, I guess there's certain things going on with like if they have an investigation, they know they got the guy or whatever, they're not gonna say nothing. They're not finna that's what
I mean,
they
that's
did.
cool. I'm not saying say he's blonde or he's dark skinned with dread. I'm not saying give his. I'm saying you can say, hey, be careful. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give a description of what this motherfucker look like, where he live, what he none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
I'm just saying that if that's the case, like if we want to blame it on, we want to blame it on evidence. What I'm saying.
They have a duty to tell us.
Okay.
I feel like they make decisions because they think the decisions they make are best, and instead of trusting that, I mean, like I get concern about public hysteria, but you're also discounting people's ability to make sound judgments for themselves, right? Why like this panel here, we're not capable of making sound decisions for ourselves in order to protect ourselves and our families?
That's fair.
I mean, I feel the same way about the alien thing, right? Like you want to sit here and you don't want to talk about, act like it's like we can't talk about the aliens. We are one little speck in a universe that's bigger than we can even believe. We can't even wrap our minds around. Nobody's really stupid enough to think that there's no aliens out there. So why do you act like we couldn't handle the truth and the reality of it? Because you make these crazy movies to scare us into believing that the aliens would attack us instead of maybe saving us from whatever crazy shit's happening on this planet anyway. I don't know. But
I hear what y'all saying. I think it might be. I think it's about the same. I think it has a little bit to. I think that the public, they do have a duty to tell people certain stuff, but also they gotta want to try to get this motherfucker off. And if they give up certain information, they might fuck off their shit. It's happened before.
True. Fair.
But if you tell the people what they're looking for, instead of you having 100 set of eyes, you're gonna have 50,000 sets of eyes because everybody looking. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
like, so what they'll do is it's like this. They'll put out certain information, right? And then when they have their suspect or the people of interest, and they'll go look for these people. And then when they get them, they'll talk to them. And when they say certain things about the crime or whatever, y'all seen this stuff before, and then they end up saying something that was never released. They only gave the public certain information or something like that. But I guess it doesn't matter because they did tell the people. I mean, they gave us people some information. I don't know, but they got a dude. Hopefully, this is the only dude, and they get that shit situated.
Yeah.
I want to know more about that situation though. Oh yeah, man, right on again, Jax, for that hookup on that fire stick, my dude. Yeah, that shit fire, nigga. That shit fire, bro. I'm kidding, nigga. I'm telling all my goddamn streaming apps is going away, nigga. Jermaine and Corey came over today, and I was showing them and shit. He was like, oh yeah, I need that. I need. He was like, I
So you
need
get Netflix and all that?
nigga everything, bro. You get like over 1,000 fucking channels, bro. You get fucking channels in different parts of the world, nigga. It's dope. All this shit, bro. And it live TV, everything with no
Don't you
bullshit,
pay
no.
like $15 a month or something for it? It's not that much, right?
Nah, it's it was a deal that he cooked up with her. So
Oh shit, that's that backstage shit, huh?
yeah, we ain't talking about that. You don't want to be fucking it off.
That's that backstage deal, man. Give me
Can't
a-
fuck off the plug, man. Not on
Yeah.
live TV, man. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, 50
No, I'm gonna tell you
Hennessy
like
and
this.
an ounce, nigga.
Yeah, where this been all my life? Shit, man. I like the
that's
setup though.
funny.
But Terrence is the one who actually put us onto it though, and he been kind of rocking with it for a minute, and he still got his shit. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, Fire Stick, y'all. What y'all think about that $400,000 fentanyl bust? Y'all read about that?
I'm glad they got it off. I'm glad they got what they got off the street personally, because I see people, or getting fucked off. I mean, getting messed up over that. Kids, there's a lot of kids that's getting drawn into that, or think they doing one thing and doing the fentanyl and don't know, or they just might be doing it but still they don't need to be doing it.
I think they do know.
No, they absolutely know.
Yeah,
they absolutely know. I know motherfuckers that do it. Like they choose to do it.
Okay.
Instead of get some higher.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
like,
what
so
I'm
they're going for that level of a high, is what you're saying, Jack?
Yeah, they don't want the normal blues. They want the ones that got the fat. Like, yeah.
Wow.
I know motherfuckers
They
that
got
absolutely.
hooked. Okay. And then you have the average Joe that be like, oh, my doctor ain't prescribing me no more pills, and they go ask for somebody for some, and then
Yeah, you have those people too, for sure.
Yeah.
But they're got a lot of motherfuckers that definitely know.
Okay.
I know that just tell you straight up, like, I smoke fentanyl. Like, they tell you, like.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, they see it's $400,000 worth of fentanyl, tens of thousands of dollars in pills and powder in a record seizure. The capture occurred was on the 25th of July. Law enforcement officials tracked a wanted person to the Goose Hollow neighborhood of Portland following a months-long investigation, according to released by the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office.
And that is a nice area over up there.
Yeah, my dentist is over there.
Mhm.
So, yeah, my dentist
That's
is
over there by Wilson High School. So you got a lot of people with some money, kids and whoever, But that just happened to be the area that they caught him in. Was that somebody? Was that a house?
I'm not sure. It says the deputies watched the person walk to a vehicle, and at the opportune time took him into custody. And the release said, after obtaining a search warrant for the person's car and apartment, SIU deputies discovered gallon-sized plastic bags packed with fentanyl pills and fentanyl powder, as well as scales, a manual-operated pill press, a commercial-grade pill press, $5,000 in cash, and a handgun.
Well, he was in production. He's ready to rock.
He's ready to rock.
He was serving the J's.
Hey, listen. They said while processing the evidence, deputies determined the bags contained approximately 58,000 individual fentanyl pills and 16 pounds of fentanyl powder. 10 of the 16 pounds of powder was ready to be pressed using the machines into pills. A search for the firearm serial number revealed the handgun was reported stolen. At least 10 pounds of the fentanyl powder can be produced upwards of 50,000 pills, according to the release. And 6 pounds of powder recovered from the scene were believed to be intended to be converted into 30,000 pills. Wow, it says in total, estimated SIU deputies prevented approximately 138,000 pills from hitting the Portland streets. The combined estimate street value of the fentanyl pills and everything is $320,000 to $400,000. Fetty Wap.
Yeah, it's like your boy Fetty Wap. They got that nigga 6 years
for selling dope, right?
Yep.
He was pushing the line.
But that, oh man, listen.
He was pushing the line. That's a lot of. How much time you think this dude's gonna get? Because he got manufacturing too, though. So, and then the gun, is that like an enhancement or something?
Yeah, gun, dope, scale all together and money, like that's a hell yeah, like that's a combo right there.
He gonna have to play out on this one.
I know all about it. I know all about the killer combos.
Yeah, well, he gonna have to play out. He gonna snitch on somebody. He had the whole situation, bro. He's going to jail. Somebody already told on him, so you know how that goes. Yeah, fentanyl is that hot though. I mean, like people, I don't know nobody who won't know. Yeah, I do. I'll take that back. Anyway, shit, my neck is sore.
So there's people producing this. It's like a synthetic.
But shit, he might not. You know what I'm saying? He play it right. He might not do a day of jail time. We know some niggas that they got caught with significant shit and done marched, and you know what I'm saying?
And got away clean.
Man got away clean. Point that finger at the man. It's him over there.
That's what I'm saying. He might be set up for something like that. I could see that happening. Oh, jeez, this has been a long week. I am just yawning and shit. And my allergies, though, kicking my ass for 3 days. I didn't have like something shit in my throat. No, it wasn't COVID. I didn't have no fever or nothing. Let's see. There was a question though that I seen in this article. It says, "What is the orgasm gap?" Here's why experts say we may want to reevaluate the very definition of sex.
What is the orgasm gap? What's that? What defines that?
I don't know.
Let's say me and you, I may bust and put my penetration where you might need a little bit more stimuli. You might need some caressing of your areola.
You sure that's what it means, Doctor? This nigga is bad.
Forbes has a definition coined to describe the disparity in orgasms between couples. So it's also known as orgasm inequality. Is that what you were trying to say, Ronald?
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Thank you. I like the way you articulated that. Thank you.
I like where Renaud was going.
A good and healthy sex life can't be measured purely by how many orgasms people are having. Let's see what this Forbes.
I mean, shit, you only need one. God damn it, shit. If I'm tired, you only get one. If that. You got to get it before I get mine. Shit.
Sometimes I feel like I don't need to be this.
Or you get it when you come back.
Yep. Ready, set, go.
You know what?
Yeah, see, Scooty's taking off where I was
wait
cut
a
off.
minute, we missed it. Y'all,
race to the
National
finish line.
Orgasm Day is on July 31st.
Is that right?
This is what Forbes said.
Renaud cooked with Cialis, so he ain't worried about it. He crushed it in his seasoning.
Here, I'm gonna put this
Blue chews, nigga.
in the thing so you can pull this up.
Get your blue chews, nigga.
You pull
Hold
up,
on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
and we can share with the audience.
You can share. You got something to share?
Well, I put the link in the thing so you can pull it up on the screen.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you can pull it. You can share it.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna share it. Oh, I pulled it up, but let me go back. But you know you can share it though. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Help a
hit
brother
the
out. The HBO special, the HBO combo, help a brother out. Y'all can put y'all shit up here if y'all pull some stories.
I gotta get my fucking brakes done.
Oh man, I got my brakes done in May, I think, end of May.
I got
Rotors
my
and
brakes
everything.
done. My rear brakes, my front brakes were good.
Yeah, I didn't have to get my rotors changed on my front brakes. I
I
just
gotta
needed
do both.
pads. Yeah, they did the I had to get my rotors changed on my back, my rear wheels, and I just needed new pads on the front. Cause but yeah, I had this lady and her husband actually came and did my brakes. They
You talking about
my
the one that she
mechanic.
was over there mad as a motherfucker about for a minute?
Yeah. She finally came in. She brought him to finish the job. So I'm happy about that. I was hot for a minute though, but nonetheless the work got done and it was solid work. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them. I ain't gonna hold them on that. But yeah,
Cool
got my
little
shit
ticket.
done. Yep. They cool. They come to you and all that shit. So that even makes it better. So yeah, I could dig that. Oh, it says so. 800 college women
or
found that 39% of them said they always orgasm during masturbation, while just 6% said they always orgasm during sex with a partner. Damn, okay, that's a low number. Jeez, it's like, do they really need a man? Jeez,
They just need the right man that they could communicate with. Like it's gonna dial down to communication.
yes, but damn, 6%.
And this the belief, and I think this is probably something that happens with younger people, that it's just about the physical, but it's not just about the physical, right? It's the all-encompassing, it's the mental, it's the emotional, your ability to communicate, have that conversation.
Not with these motherfucking Martians. These is trisexuals. They
I'm not responding to that. I'm gonna let
they
you have
Z
your
say
thoughts, feelings, and opinions
not
on it.
not buy, but try.
they try it. They try it. They like it. They try it
Mhm.
again. They don't give a fuck what man,
That's
boy,
excessive.
girl,
But
dog.
they're
They don't
talking
give a.
about heterosexual women in this article.
I'm talking about them too. That's what
So,
they. That's what they. At least that's what they said it is. Until they go to the club with their homegirl, that shit don't count.
oh shit.
That
Ladies and
shit do not
gentlemen,
count.
do you think age has
So
something to do with it, though? That the young, well, so I'm the only woman here. Like, Petty isn't on here to have this conversation with me, but I would say that younger women don't know themselves as well. So you don't know yourself, you don't know your body, you don't know your mind, you don't know your heart, you don't know what you want. You know what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to settle for. For me, I think that changes the game. Being an older woman, it's different.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, let's put it this way: the number one song right now is "Pound Town," so that just tells you everything you need to know.
they say it's our cultural ignorance is in ignoring and devaluing a woman's most reliable route to orgasm, which is clitoral stimulation. And expecting women to orgasm the same way men do through
which I was
penetration
talking
alone.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, you were going there, Renona. Yep. It's the clitoris, not the vagina, is the equivalent of the penis. So pay attention. This is what it's telling you.
It's just a real little one.
You know what?
That's what it is.
3 Since Scooty's off screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to drink this drink and eat this fucking ice cream, damn near choking and shit.
Where's Pam and Ed? They get off already? They're not in the comments.
They probably got it playing and doing something else. They here, but they ain't. It's no comment over there. It's quiet. 96% of women need clitoris stimulation alone or coupled with penetration. Just 4% orgasm from penetration alone. Oh, there you have that. There's that. All right. Yeah, so I hear what they're saying. We might have to rethink this thing.
That's why they always do that little scoot when they riding on top.
Some are more well endowed than others.
No.
Oh, shit. That nigga said the scoot.
We're about to lose Claire.
Let me ask you this, gentlemen. Are you selfish in the bed?
Yes.
Or when he doesn't have to be in the bed, are you selfish in your engagements? Maybe you.
That's a better question.
Nah.
You know, sometimes I admit I will get lazy because I'm like and do the rollover and then think that she's supposed to get off when I know it's really just for me. It might be 3-4 in the morning.
Shit, I'm asleep.
But
Shit, I'm asleep.
I might wake up with a heart on her, you know, sometime in the middle.
Yeah, the morning is.
The morning, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Times in the. You ain't
Rest
lazy
and
either.
all that shit. We get it.
Yeah.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, because that's what the topic is about.
Fuck, that is
Because you know, like the article said, a lot of them ain't being stimuli. So you gotta do that little extra, which should be the norm. And,
And I think
you gotta
that's
know
the
your
best
person. Yeah. And you
He was a cannibal, so we ain't gotta worry about that.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What'd you say, Jax?
he's a cannibal.
He said that fool was a cannibal. He going all the way to the ovaries.
Oh shit! He goes suck a soul out of motherfucker.
Man, it's like an egg out of fallopian tube.
I mean,
soul out of motherfucker. Like, come here, bitch. Here, come here. What's that? The Cookie Monster up in that motherfucker.
you guys see that one, but you don't understand how it is to have your insides rearranged. It's like,
well, rearranged like furniture.
yeah, it could end up feeling like that while you're talking about, you know, the ovaries and all that.
Yeah. So when that gets rearranged, now you got to rearrange the sheets, and now that's all wet.
And then you come up looking like your face is like a Krispy Kreme donut. Just
This guy right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's crazy.
Oh,
This
man.
guy had me a drink. This
Where's your
perfect timing.
X-rated? Like, you know, this is just live. So
Oh yeah.
It is. We passed the
There's no-
2-minute mark. It's not cussing, you know. It's just
No,
I
but-
think
ladies and gentlemen,
It's like
that's the point of being able to
PG-13.
say you might not want to watch this with your children in the background.
yeah. This is definitely not for the kids. Anyway, this nigga said Krispy Kreme glazed on their face. So yeah. Hey, so you guys know about the.
look at him. Oh, that's funny.
I'm just listening. That's all.
This man.
Are you sure? You okay? You okay?
Renault.
This
No, crazy.
Hey, so check it out. Y'all know who this dude is?
A big dummy.
Wait a minute. Now he's not the what you call it, dude.
He's that guy.
Oh
That's
shit!
Nightcrawler. That
Wait a
motherfucker.
minute. Hold on. I
He
want to make sure we're
fell.
talking about the same dude because I might not be talking about the same dude. He's not the high wire dude that's been going across all the
No,
things.
he's like a daredevil guy.
Okay. He's not the guy that's got the family that's like we're NASA engineers and he's done a tightrope walking across.
Nah, he climb on the
Right.
highest buildings and shit like that, go out on top of them and do all this crazy stuff. He was in China fucking around and found out and fell off 68 floors.
See, I'm
He
getting
became
dizzy
a
just
fucking
looking at this.
Yep, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
me too.
So like what do you know about like his daredevil stuff? Like he didn't have any harnesses or anything clearly, like that was his thing.
They
He
was
just,
chasing
like,
him. They was chasing this motherfucker in the building to catch him, the Chinese police or whatever. But he had beat him and went up into the thing, and then they said he started climbing on the deal, and he got into some trouble, and so he was knocking on this lady's penthouse window, trying to get some help. You know, have her open up some window so that he can get in. You know, because he was stuck out there, and the lady called the police on him that she was scared or whatever. At least it's the story that I got. And the motherfucker fucked around and fell down. And
I mean,
died
if
on
I'm in
impact.
if I'm
he's
6
no longer?
floors up and somebody's
Oh, he's
outside
no
my
longer.
window, I'm gonna be nervous too.
Yeah, he fell 68. He was on the 68th floor.
I know
Yeah,
he fell on that
you know,
motherfucker. Yeah.
he was flying for a minute, right?
You know what?
He was flying fast, straight word down.
And what the fuck was he up there for?
Just that's what he
he's a
do.
daredevil,
Look at-
yes, he
you
does.
see it with his selfie stick.
Well, what they say? Never mind.
They said they found his camera too when he was down there. So I mean, when
What
they
I wanna
is
see
he Chinese? Is he from China?
No,
No.
he's I think he's from. I'm not sure where he's from. Let me take a look at this story here.
You know, they're probably
All I
thinking
can
we
say
don't
is-
do that here.
All I can say is play stupid games and fill in the blank. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Oh,
The
Frenchman.
Okay, he's a Frenchman, also known as Remy
Enigma.
Damn, he was seen by a building worker knocking from the outside of the window, suggesting that he may have been trapped and asking for help. The South China Morning Post reported. Let's see here. Tragruter Tower says from which Mr. Lucidi fell on Thursday is located in the city's mid-levels area. He had fallen 72 feet. Oh, no, excuse me. 721 feet. Yeah, 21. His dad. Ooh. Officers found this camera contains video of extreme sports. So they looked at the camera and shit. So they did find the camera by his body.
Oh, so you
Camera
mean to tell me
survived.
he didn't record his fall?
Well, I guess he forgot to push record.
I want to know how the fuck did the camera survive the fall?
Right.
Hey,
You gotta
I,
go.
will-
Thumbs up to the manufacturer of
I
that
want
camera.
that camera. I want that phone.
Shit, he should have got in the motherfucker.
Only if it's an Apple though.
He should have got into the phone. Maybe he'd have lived. I would never. I mean, but just why would you just do that though, bro? I'm gonna pull up some of his stuff though. 'cause-
Yeah, and you think that no matter like all those people who are down on the ground now, all these people have been traumatized too.
Luckily, he didn't kill no goddamn body.
That too, the velocity of his fall.
Yeah, and you know, you think about it. He was right there on that one picture that I just showed. He's this picture right here. That's the airplane light, so they could see. 721 fucking feet.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Said sure, that's the airplane that crashed into that building.
I wonder if he bounced or did he just stick to the ground when he hit?
Oh, it was
I
probably.
mean, damn.
You know how you throw. You know how
You
you throw
guys have no
Play-Doh.
mercy.
You know how you throw some Play-Doh down on the ground and it went like that.
Damn.
Y'all have no mercy.
Hey, that's too bad.
You ever seen an Oregon beach well explode when they got too much gas in it?
I seen that one. They have the video of that one. Ugh. walking down the street and somebody just slams on the ground next to him.
Look at this guy.
They don't have the actual fall.
He lost his balance before he lost his grip.
Oh my God, I'm falling right now, Jesus Christ. Holy shit, look at this fucker.
I'd at least have a parachute on, man. You know what I'm saying? Just ignorant. Just dumb.
It's still sad.
That's you're supposed to have a damn safety net, bro. A parachute.
A harness, the whole thing.
Yeah, big dummy.
But he's doing it illegally. So he ain't supposed to be up there.
He dubbed himself in that article and said he dubbed himself as the Hong Kong photographer or something like that. Did you see that?
Well, I guess there's a position open, huh?
There's another guy, but he does carry a parachute, and he likes to go in those type of buildings just to jump off and then parachute down.
All right, let's take a look at this real quick. Let me turn this off real quick.
In a breathtaking world of exhilarating pursuits, Remy Lucidi stood tall as an extraordinary daredevil. Known for his fear-defying stunts and love for extreme sports, the 30-year-old French adrenaline junkie pushed the limits of human courage. But tragically, his quest for the extraordinary led to a fatal fall from the 68th floor of a Hong Kong residential building on 31 July 2023, leaving a void in the hearts of adventure enthusiasts around the globe. Remy's audacious journey took him to the towering heights of the Trigunder Tower complex, a feat that would eventually prove to be his last. As he embarked on what was meant to be another awe-inspiring climb, fate had other plans. According to reports by the South China Morning Post, Remy met his untimely end after losing his footing during the ascent. The devastating incident unfolded when he found himself trapped outside the top-floor penthouse, desperately seeking help by knocking on a window and unintentionally startling a maid inside. Witnesses recount the heart-stopping moment as Remy fought a futile battle for survival, ultimately succumbing to gravity's merciless pull. It was a chilling reminder of the risks that accompanied the realm of extreme sports, a domain where passion and peril danced hand in hand. Hong Kong officials shed light on Remy's final hours, revealing that he had been spotted at the building around 6 p.m. He had claimed to be visiting a friend on the 40th floor, but suspicions arose when the alleged friend disavowed any connection to the daredevil. Attempting to intervene, the security gate endeavored to halt Remy's ascent, but he had already secured his place in an elevator, ascending towards an ill-fated destiny. CCTV footage captured Remy's daring pursuit as he navigated his way to the 49th floor before ascending further through the stairwell. Speculation arose when a hatch leading to the roof was discovered open, yet Remy remained elusive. A heart-rending twist of events followed when he was spotted alive at 7:38 p.m., desperately tapping on the window of the penthouse. A courageous attempt to call for aid, but in vain. Surrounded by breathtaking vistas, Remy had left behind a poignant reminder of his passion. A camera containing footage of his awe-inspiring high-rise escapades. Each frame a testament to his unwavering dedication to pushing boundaries and inspiring others to seize life's every thrilling opportunity. As the news of Remy Lucidi's tragic demise rippled across the globe, the daredevil community and adventure enthusiasts were struck by sorrow and disbelief. In the annals of extreme sports history, Remy Lucidi's name will forever be etched, a name synonymous with courage, daring, and an unyielding passion for life's greatest adventures. As the sun sets on a life lived with unparalleled audacity, let us remember him not only for his daring feats, but also for the valuable lesson he leaves behind. To dream big, dare greatly, and above all, cherish every moment of the breathtaking journey called life.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't feel sorry.
Shit. That has my whole chest like feeling real weird right now. Just like just looking at these pictures, just kind of it freaks me out.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I want to see the fall though.
I do
Hey,
too.
like you said, man, yeah, you do dumb shit, you get a dumb surprise. So you know, shit, it is what it is.
I mean, damn, it is.
I'm pretty sure there's some footage somewhere out there. Somebody may have been recording the fall and noticed it. People on the ground or cameras around the other buildings or whatnot. I would love
This
to see that
dude's a
footage.
fucking idiot, bro. I don't even feel sorry for him. The pictures just scare me, you know. 'Cause I can see myself up there doing this shit.
Bro, I'd be at work with 100 some, and I only be up 30 feet, bro.
Look
And
at this
I
guy. Ooh.
I'd be nervous. Shit.
What do
Right.
you do, Ivory? What do you do?
Uh, we build those multi-million dollar
Listen,
tools
and
at
he's not.
Intel.
Look, he's not even. He's just walking around there. Look at this shit, bro.
Yeah, he done, bro. Big dummy.
Hello dear viewer, welcome to this channel. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thanks. It is very sad news. The popular French Instagram daredevil Remy Lucidi has sadly passed away after falling from the 68th floor of the skyscraper in Hong Kong. Lucidi, who was from France, gained
That
thousands
shit.
of followers on his Instagram
You see
by
that?
sharing his anxiety-inducing videos and pictures taken from high buildings and towers. The 30-year-old, who went by the name Remy Enigma on social media, was known for climbing tall buildings and structures,
Look at that.
from where he took pictures and videos of himself standing close to the edge
Bro,
and
how you get
dangling
back
his
down?
legs in space. On 17th of July,
Yeah.
Lucidi checked into a hostel in Simu Sha Sui, Hong Kong. According to investigators, he then arrived at Triganta Tower Complex on Thursday, 27th of July. Lucidi reportedly, on reaching, he told a security guard that he was visiting a friend on the 40th floor of the building. However, officials in Hong Kong have claimed that the security guard attempted to double-check Lucidi's claim of visiting his friend, but the daredevil had already jumped into the elevator before they had the chance to do so. In other reports, a maid alerted the police after she spotted him frantically knocking on a window of a penthouse at around 7:38 p.m. His camera, which was found on the scene, reportedly included footages and images of dangerous stunts that he has been doing. Lucidi was believed to be staying at a hostel while he was visiting the country. The hostel owner, who was identified as Gadget Carl, paid a tribute to him and said, "He was healthy, fit, and happy-faced. I feel very sad." One of the workers also said that he told him he was going to hike a mountain, and when the worker asked him where he was going, he said he wanted to hike a lot when he was there. Lucidi was said to have been alive and knocking on the window, prompting the cleaner to call the police for help. But before the officers arrived at the scene, the stuntman is believed to have fallen from the building to his death. However, the CCTV footage reportedly revealed Lucidi arriving on the 49th floor before heading up the
Oh, so he
stairs to
reading
the
the same
building.
story.
A hatch leading to the roof
Yeah.
is said to have been found open, but Lucidi was
That camera footage got to be out there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It's gonna
I
pop
don't.
up pretty soon.
I don't think it'll be on YouTube though. I think YouTube is a little too
No,
soft.
somebody gonna put it on their social media.
That's gonna be horrible.
Did you see
All
the
they gonna,
image of the building that he was on top of though? That
wow,
No.
fucker was
I
so
got
high.
dizzy just
Yeah, my chest started feeling weird, bro. Like
Where
this fucking shit was
you
so
gonna put
high.
it up? You gonna close your eyes and put it up?
I'll watch it. I wouldn't have a problem looking at it. Hit it one
I
time.
would. I couldn't do it.
I mean,
You
it
know,
gets like I
I
don't like
couldn't watch
that
it
shit, but
I
I've
couldn't
seen it.
watch it to the end.
You ever watch Faces of Death?
Yeah.
Yep. I
So
seen
you're
that
gonna watch
shit.
it, and you're gonna watch this video too. Remember we used to watch that back in the day?
Hmm. Yeah, I remember that. That was back when you used to go to Blockbuster.
Right.
Ah,
Yeah,
Right.
wow.
because Antoine used to work at one of the
Or
Sure did out on North
yeah,
Side.
yeah, right
yep,
there on Lombard, a video home or
Yep.
whatever it was.
yeah,
And you had to go
yeah.
in that back room with the porn,
Sure, sure.
with the curtains.
Yeah, we know your ass know no shit.
Well, hey, you was right there with me.
You crazy. Damn.
So you try to tell
Dang,
me
I
you ain't
wonder
never
what was
peeked in the
going through
curtains?
his mind when he was falling.
I am
Nothing.
going to die.
Yeah,
Like,
I fucked. This is where I fucked up.
You know what?
Yeah.
You
All I
have
could
to
probably
wonder.
do
You
is
like
just
you're
like
so
this.
high up. Like, does your body just go into shock? Do you have a heart attack before you actually,
You will hope so, but I mean,
Hopefully,
just
yeah.
that impact, nigga, is gonna the pain from the impact is gonna be instantaneous. So it's not even gonna, you're not feeling anything. You're just
But he probably
No,
died
the
for me
thing
before
is,
he
you
even hit
know
the
it's
ground.
coming. You
that's
know
you
what
it's
better
that,
coming.
hope
that
so. I'd have had my
nah.
mouth open.
That's what I'm saying. You would hope that happened, but that's not necessarily true.
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
that he's dead before he hits the ground.
All
Yeah,
y'all
no.
close your eyes and just picture you falling, but you like this on your back. You're just waiting for the impact.
Oh God, no, bro. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. These pictures just freak me out, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? But I mean, I've seen other dudes besides him, this dude that daredevil shit, though. I don't understand it.
Now I'm gonna go
You're
Google
not
that
gonna put the
shit.
pictures up there. You're not gonna put that whatever you did the building picture up.
Oh, I'll pull it up.
I'm
Hmm.
just curious. It's gonna. I like. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be the same way, but I'm curious.
What it look like?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Let me
I don't
see.
like heights, so
Me either. That's the word. I hate that shit. The airplane, at least I know if we're going down, it's over.
I worked in that building downtown where the DMV is over on 6th. And we had the 10th floor. And
There you
because
go.
I was like one of the most senior employees, I got a window seat with a beautiful view of the West Hills. But it took me some months to get adjusted being right there next to that window. Like,
Hmm.
eventually I got used to it and it was nothing, but I was like, whoo,
And you know he hit nothing but concrete.
nothing but.
Hmm.
He was all the way up there. Well, I'm glad we're
Look at
looking
that.
at it from the ground looking up and not at the top looking down.
Hmm.
Oh, we got that view too, I believe. Let's see.
Lucidity 30 was climbing the Trekantu Tower complex when the man fell, according to the South China Morning Post. Lucidi, known online as Remy
Yeah, I don't
Enigma,
look
was
that high.
pronounced dead at the scene.
No, that's because
According
it's at
to
an
Hong Kong
angle though, right?
officials,
Like,
Lucidi arrived
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
building around 6 p.m. and told the security visiting the officer at Lucidi. Footage later tells Lucidi arrived.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
Was
wild.
he married?
Well, she was dumb if she married this motherfucker. I don't think so.
these are types of questions you should ask people.
Well, she probably had an insurance policy just like this motherfucker gonna die soon anyway. So
Is she smart? That's
Or
what I would have
maybe
did.
A 30-year-old man
I,
see that
his sports
look at
died
this shit
after
right here. Look
falling
at
off
him.
from the 68th
See
floor
that shit?
during
Like,
a
look at
stunt in
that,
Hong
bro.
Kong.
That fucking fucks
According
with me
to
right
media
now. It makes me get
reports,
anxiety.
Remy reached the residential tower
yeah,
of
that
Hong
does
Kong
give you
Nigga, I don't
anxiety.
even like to drive across bridges that's high in a car. Like,
Come on. I
I
feel you, Jax. I
Yeah,
feel
but
you.
look, who's the dummy
videotaping
videotaping him
the
now?
elevator to the 49th
He did it
floor
himself.
and then taking
No,
the
there was
stairs
some
to the top.
feet when he was hanging
Remy
off.
was reportedly last seen
He
alive
set it
at
up. He does his own
7:38
shit.
p.m. when he tapped on a
Right, but on
penthouse
that last one, you
door
could see
asking for help.
somebody else's foot.
The maid saw him and
I
called
mean,
the
there's
police.
a lot of these
The
dudes. There's a crew of
30-year-old
dudes that
fell
do this
before
shit,
help
bro.
arrived, and
And
he
they
was
all
declared
dumb.
dead on the spot.
Yeah, they are.
The police have recovered.
I'll
his
go
camera
with you,
from
but
the
I gotta
scene.
have me a I gotta
I'm
have me a
not doing.
parachute.
I'm not doing. I'm not going with
Man,
you no
I
more.
wouldn't give a fuck if you tie me to a crane. I'm not, man. Hell no.
Thrill seeking.
Y'all will get up there, man.
I don't fuck with heights like that, G. Not for no reason. Mm-mm. I don't like bridges like that. I don't like, man. Hell no. Mm-mm.
Oh, so you would hate that bridge and go over there in Florida? That
Yeah,
long
bro.
ass
Fuck all
bridge.
that, bro.
The one that goes
The
out to the Keys.
it
In,
was
in the water, in the
it's
middle of the
like
water.
listen, it's like and like when you get to a point on the bridge to where you can't see nothing. Like some
You
people
just think
had
you're gonna drop
literally
off.
stopped
Yeah.
in the middle, stopped in the middle of the road and shit. I forget the Pacha Tua or some
Are
shit.
you
I
serious?
swear to God, it's like a 24-mile long bridge.
And they just stop?
No, it's so people who get scared because what it is it's so long,
Because
it
it just is
curves.
going out to the Keys, right? Is
Yeah,
that the one
it
you're talking about?
curves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it curves. So
I know they got
man,
one
it's
that's 20. That's in the, it's the
And
middle
it's
of
just
water. Ain't nothing on
water.
the side of you but
there's
fucking
nothing else.
water. But that's going
Right,
in the south. Like you got me
but you
fucked up.
can't see
I'm not doing
nothing.
that either.
Look, hold on.
Ray, pull it up.
I'm going to. Hold on. I think it's the Chatoon Bridge. I think that's what it's
Because
called.
those Florida Keys go out pretty far. People don't really realize that. Like you get to that furthest one, it's out pretty far.
Hmm.
And so, it's starting from the peninsula and it's just hitting every single one of those islands. Just a long bridge,
Hmm.
which I feel is like not enough protection from. You got to think we have a lot of water around here when we're on those bridges, that the wind and how it sways, the car,
Yeah.
that. But you out there literally on that Caribbean Sea, on that ocean water. So those wind gusts are probably nothing nice.
So I think what you're talking about is called the 7-mile bridge, but the bridge I'm talking about is longer than that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I don't think the Florida Keys Bridge is 7 miles. Let's see. I'll look at that one. You look at the one you're looking at.
No, okay, I'm finna show it right now.
Bam, right here. Ooh.
Oh, I guess you are right. It is 7 miles. What you talking about? What?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, that's the Keys. Yeah. And it's just hitting all those islands.
Nah. We gotta get an airplane.
Yeah, once you get on, you just own that
A
motherfucker.
boat. I could do a boat. Island to island to island. Not
Look at that.
no
Just
Lucy
go
boat
in
because it's
to
gators and
nowhere.
shit. I need a
What if the
solid
waves get bad? Yeah,
And then
know
you get
what I'm
it to
saying?
you get to a certain point where you can't see no land. It's nothing but water. And that's the
Oh,
point where a
you
lot of
ain't
people
seen the
get
car
sick.
where the motherfucking where it was waves bad and the water overrode the bridge and he tried to drive across it anyway and he got stuck in the boats and the rescue boats that they come get him.
That sounds like a personal problem.
I be doing 100.
Nigga, you got it's 24 miles long.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get it done fast.
Man, that motherfucking water was coming fast as a motherfucker. It was high tide. He thought he caught himself trying to gun it. And that water, man.
The longest bridge in the world.
And he got caught in the middle of the water like his car got. Yeah, his car was.
Look at this
It
bridge.
was a
Look
wrap.
at this bridge.
Where is it at? Oh, in China.
This is China.
Hell no. I don't like that Astoria
100 miles.
100?
100 miles.
The longest bridge in the world.
That's in China, nigga. But
Look at that one that's going uphill.
Here it is.
Yep, I'm not doing that one either.
This is the one that I'm talking about. That's 24 miles long.
Where
the
is
world's
this
longest overwater bridge.
Like
This is
Pontchartrain in
Pontchartrain Causeway, Florida. Yeah, Louisiana to. Is it?
I was
yeah,
gonna say, isn't Lake Pontchartrain in what you call it?
Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah, but it goes to. Well, maybe I'm wrong where it goes to. Look at this.
Yeah, I know where you're talking about. Katrina probably fucked.
There it is, Ivory.
Yeah, fuck you.
There you go.
I'm
They'll
not
show you the
doing none of
bridge right
that.
there.
It
Yeah,
goes
longest
from
bridge in
that to that.
Florida.
Oh my god.
Yep. Look at that.
I need to drive around.
You'd
I
have
don't
to
like.
All
have
those nice freeways going around.
I don't like
you'd have
driving
to
across
have
that
a
bridge in
life jacket.
Seaside.
You'd have to keep a life jacket in your truck, in your car.
So it's 23.83 miles.
Here we go.
Now Ray's gonna give us all stress.
And it curves though.
Don't get into no accident.
You know they ain't going 65 in Louisiana. I need to be on the inside.
What, to the left?
Yep, fast lane.
Oh, you trying to get this across as fast as possible?
Fast as possible and not be on the outside by the water.
Well, there's water on both sides.
If you that's a
I
crossover, if you
understand.
didn't
I
turn
feel
around,
safer on the inside.
you got 7 crossovers
You don't
on
feel
it, so you
safer on
can.
the inside, Renault?
Oh, of course. Because at least that barrier maybe knock you back over instead of just.
I feel like the one on that right lane, man. They need to have that a little higher or something.
12 to 14 feet. 16 is the highest.
Above water?
Yeah, that's the highest point.
Yeah, there are some points where you like level with the fucking water. Like it's right on your fucking side.
Yeah. It's like that floating bridge in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm cool.
You want the floating bridge?
Yep, up in Seattle that crosses Lake Washington.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but that's nerve-wracking.
That's a crossover if you need to go back. Races are purple.
They're used to
You don't
driving over that.
No land, bro.
They got underwater bridges too.
Yeah.
God, I
Makes
won't
me
be
nervous
there, no.
too. What happens if that collapses? You're toast.
Yep, you're gonna be buried alive.
Wow.
Now look how long it's taken in the speeded up video just to get across this bridge.
You better have a full tank.
Because the curvature it says no land is visible from the center of the thing. No land is visible. It's that people be having panic attacks on this motherfucker.
Water's intimidating.
Hell yeah.
And then you out there in Louisiana with them doggone gators and other type of creatures. Every kind of sea urchins there are trying to get you.
I want to say I rode across this.
You want to say that you rode across this?
At night.
You want to ride across it at night?
No, I said I think I have. Years
Oh.
ago.
I'm like, night's even worse time. The water's just black as I don't know what.
You won't see that. You don't see that.
You can't
You won't
see
see
anything.
No, it's like riding in space or floating.
That should be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but that there you have it anyway. That's the
Is that
bridge
is that like the city ahead of them up there? Should
Uh-huh.
they finally make
Think
it?
so. Yeah, like shit. I mean, because there was a point where they were at the center and he was showing where you can't see. That's the point where you can see. No, I was reading about this shit not too long ago. But kind of
You
the
read
first
about
time I heard
stressful
it.
stuff, Olin.
I mean, shit, it's interesting. Shit. But what about a bridge like this though?
I hate the Astoria Bridge too.
Nigga, that's St.
Oh
John's
God, that's what
Bridge.
I'm talking about. The Astoria Bridge going to
It's
see.
just
Yeah,
like
I fucking,
and then drop and then
I don't, man. I hate that fucking bridge.
Oh no.
Descent,
Oh
fun,
no.
but
yeah,
there
like
are
that's the
twists. The
Astoria
bridge has
Bridge, like
walking and biking
magnified by a
paths.
million.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Negative.
Try that bridge one
I
time.
never been.
The Ehime Bridge Consider. If you don't think it's safe, you may be hesitant to ride Japan's roller coaster bridge. The construction of this bridge began in 1997 with the
I
goal
don't
of
need to
allowing
do that.
trade ships safe passage on the lake below. It's a 144-foot ascent to the top, and then you must descend. Fun, but there are twists. The bridge has walking and biking paths. Please subscribe to our channel.
Why did they build that like that though? There was
For
no
that.
other option. You could only build it basically straight up and then down, like
Hey.
No about that.
not that curly Q one either.
I'm reading this story right now. It says malfunction forces riders to climb down 200-foot roller coaster.
Skyway Bridge. Where's the Skyway Bridge? This is during a hurricane?
Yep. That's in Florida. I think Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine being on a roller coaster 200 feet in the air and that motherfucker stop?
Nope, I don't do roller coasters.
Yeah, man, listen.
200 feet, bro.
Yeah, I remember the Ferris wheel got stopped. Ugh.
He said the Ferris
But
wheel.
yeah, but at least the Ferris wheel, like that's a little
but-
different. You in a fucking roller coaster and you at a fucking angle, like that's crazy, bro.
I'm not with them rides. You know, there's
I don't ride. I don't fuck
fuck
with nothing that take me off the ground.
You ever watch them
From a
videos about
skyway
the people get
collapsing
spun
to the
off the
bottom of the
ship?
sea to a bridge built so high that a falling car would take 10 whole seconds to hit the ground. In this video, we'll look at the most terrifying bridges on the planet and explore their disturbing pasts. Which
Okay.
of these structures would you least like to cross? Let us know in the comments below.
Well, people just riding like,
Let's
you know,
start
it's
with number 10, a bridge in earthquake country. In China's Yunnan province, the cities of Baoshan and Tongjiang are separated by a stretch of rugged mountainous terrain. In 2011, the government decided to link these cities with a new expressway, a daring chain of roads, tunnels, and bridges, including the towering Longjiang Suspension Bridge. Anyone brave enough to drive across will find themselves a staggering 300 meters from the ground and desperately hoping the bridge doesn't start to shake. Longjiang is deep in an earthquake zone, a region of China with shakes so strong they've flattened entire towns. One famous tremor in the 1970s destroyed 400,000 local buildings in a matter of seconds. The Longjiang Suspension Bridge is fitted with high-tech movable joints, which are designed to absorb any powerful earthquakes and keep the structure safe from collapse. But
Give
with
me a
or
horse.
without these movable joints, the idea of suffering a powerful earthquake on a platform 300 meters above the ground is enough to make anyone nervous. And the Longjiang Suspension Bridge is only the start. If the threat of earthquakes is already terrifying, what does that make a bridge which once collapsed? Number 9, the Sunken Skyway. This colossal bridge on the coast of Florida traverses the mouth of Tampa Bay. It's 7 kilometers long and offers stunning views of the Gulf of Mexico, not to mention providing an easy commute between Terracea and St. Petersburg. They call it the Sunshine Skyway, but this bridge has a dark past.
Oh
This is
yeah,
actually
it
the
failed.
second iteration of the bridge.
I
The first
remember. I
was
read about when I
constructed
was
in the
reading about the
1950s.
bridges. I read
At
it.
the time, it was the longest bridge in the whole of America and one of the country's finest engineering achievements. Then disaster struck on a stormy morning in May 1980. A huge freighter, the MV Summit Venture, lost control in rough conditions and crashed into the bridge, bringing a section down into the water. 8 vehicles plunged into the ocean, including a bus full of passengers. The original bridge was later demolished and replaced by a newer, safer version. Defensive bumpers were placed in the water to protect the bridge from future collisions, and these bumpers quickly proved their worth. On the day before the new bridge opened, a shrimping vessel crashed into a bumper, sinking the ship but leaving the bridge unharmed. This version of the bridge is still standing more than 35 years later, but the Sunshine Skyway will always be haunted by its dark, harrowing past. The broken pieces of the former bridge are still lying at the bottom of the sea.
Oh no.
Next, we come to number 8, the Skyscraper Bridge. The Sidu River Bridge is in the Hubei province, China. Just like the Longjiang Suspension Bridge, it was built to connect two major cities, Shanghai and Chongqing, across a stretch of mountains and ravines. These cities have a combined population of 50 million, which means the Sidu River Bridge gets plenty of traffic. Unlike Yunnan, Hubei isn't prone to earthquakes, but that doesn't mean the Sidu River Bridge was easy to build. The bridge spans the gap between two tall peaks, with sides so steep that they were hard for workers to access. It was so difficult to get from one side to the other that rockets were used to cast the first cables between the peaks. This technique had been used before, but exceptional problems require exceptional solutions. After 3 years of complex, treacherous work, the bridge was finally completed with a staggering drop of 500 meters between the deck of the bridge and the valley floor. To put the height of the bridge into context,
How do you fix that?
the building could be placed underneath and there would still be room to spare. And this isn't even the highest bridge in the world. We'll get to that one later. Number 7, the Bridge of Blood and Tears. Those were the words once used to describe the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. From an engineering perspective, it's a wonder. The longest sea bridge in the entire world, it's 55 kilometers from end to end, connecting the three Pearl Bay metropolises of Hong Kong, Zhuhai, and Macau. But this bridge is mired in controversy after dangerous conditions led to the death of almost 20 workers during the course of construction. On top of that, in 2017, the bridge was rocked by a shocking case of corruption. Jacobs China Limited, the company who provided the project's concrete, were shown to have falsified test results instead of performing proper safety checks. Civil engineers have also claimed that the bridge's sea defenses, which are meant to protect the giant structure from powerful waves, aren't fit for purpose. The Hong Kong government has denied these claims, but the engineers
Don't
insist
fuck around and
the
find
bridge
out.
is in danger. Number 6, a bridge on stilts. Yangbaoshan Bridge is in another one of China's mountainous
are
regions,
all these
the
in China?
Guizhou
Where was
province.
number
When
9
it
at?
comes to bridges, Guizhou
Oh,
is
China.
rather special. The province has almost 1,000
I want to
bridges with a
say,
deck height
oh,
of
Tampa Bay.
100
One was
meters
in
or
Tampa
more.
Bay.
To put
One
that
was
into
9
perspective,
was in
there
Tampa Bay.
isn't a single country outside of China with more than 100 high-decked bridges. Italy comes closest, and that only has 60, a tiny number in comparison to Guizhou's 1,000. Guizhou's bridges help to streamline travel between the region's major urban centers, allowing
I don't like
locals
how
to
they
travel
bridges don't
straight
look
through the
safe at
mountains
all.
instead of taking detours around them. For example, Yangbaoshan Suspension Bridge helps to cut the drive between Guiyang City and Huangbin County from 3.5 hours to 1. Yangbaoshan is sometimes referred to as a bridge on stilts. The legs of the bridge are 110 meters long, almost double the length of the world's most famous suspension bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. As for the deck, it's more than 300 meters above the surging waters of the Qingxi River. It's an exhilarating way to commute.
1,000 fucking feet?
Exhilarating and also terrifying.
It's a negative.
Number 5, a terrifying arch bridge. The next bridge on the list is
Why?
also found in the Guizhou province. The Dafachu Bridge connects Runhuai with Zunyi, improving the lives of millions of people who travel between. Bridges like this are a modern miracle for the people of Guizhou. For thousands of years, the skyscraping mountains were all but impassable, but this is finally starting to change. All of the bridges we've seen so far have been cable-stayed or suspension bridges. On a cable-stayed bridge, the deck is supported by cables connected to bridge towers. On a suspension bridge, one main cable is slung between two towers, and all other cables are connected to that. But cables aren't the only way to support the deck of a bridge. The Dafachu Bridge uses a tubular arch to support 6 lanes of the commuter highway. This type of structure is a throwback to ancient China, where wooden arch bridges were often used to cross bodies of water, but never on the scale of Dafachu, 410 meters across and 280 meters high. We'll be returning to Guizhou later. One of the province's many bridges is twice as high as this one. But first, it's time to take a look at the most terrifying bridge in America. Number
Thanks.
4, the Bridge to Nowhere. Most bridges are built for the purpose of transport to make it easier to travel from A to B. But the Royal Gorge Bridge in Colorado, USA was built for a very different reason: to take a person's breath away. It's the central feature of an amusement park at the edge of the Rocky Mountains, originally built in the 1920s and open to tourists ever since. It's literally a bridge to nowhere. When you reach the other side, you have no other choice but to turn around and come back. At a
Oh,
height of
heck
290
no.
meters, it was once the highest bridge in the world. And even though it's lost that record, it remains as terrifying as ever. This is a bridge with blood on its hands. In 2003, a wingsuiter died while attempting to fly beneath it. He miscalculated his own proximity to the bridge and struck a railing at a speed of almost 200 kilometers per hour.
Cut him in half.
The Royal Gorge Bridge attracts thousands of thrill-seeking tourists every year, and it's easy to understand why. But maybe those tourists should turn their attention to China instead. The next bridge on the list makes the Royal Gorge feel very, very small. Number 3. China's tallest bridge. Pingtang Bridge is another example of Guizhou Province's incredible infrastructure. This cable-supported viaduct is more than 2 kilometers in length and spans the width of the Kuadu River Valley. It serves as a connection between Pingtang and Luodian, slashing travel time from 2.5 hours to 1. The bridge is supported by 3 towers, which are each the size of skyscrapers, over 300 meters from top to bottom, the equivalent of a building with 110 floors. Imagine 3 versions of the Shard, or 3 versions of the Chrysler Building, with a 4-lane highway strung between them. That's what the builders of Pingtang Bridge have achieved. There's a fine line between terror and wonder, and driving across such a colossal structure will leave a person feeling both. But this isn't even the tallest bridge in the world. For that, we need to go to Europe and a valley in the south of France. Number 2. The world's tallest bridge. At the end of the 20th century, the Tarn Valley in southern France was suffering from crowded roads. Holidaymakers often passed through the region on the way from Paris to Spain. The government decided to build a viaduct across the Tarn Valley, relieving congestion in the towns and cities and providing an alternative route. The resulting structure was a bridge unlike any the world had seen before it. It spans a distance of 2.5 kilometers, significantly longer than the Pingtang Bridge, and uses 7 colossal concrete towers to support the steel deck. The largest of these is 340 meters high, making it taller than any single building in the whole of France, even taller than the Eiffel Tower. It takes 2 whole minutes to drive across, 2 whole minutes of stomach-churning vertigo. But this still isn't the most terrifying bridge in the world. For that, we must take a final trip to the Guizhou Province, the super bridge center of the world. Number 1. The world's highest bridge. There are 2 ways to think about the size of a bridge. Some people measure them by the size of their towers. That's the record held by the Millau Viaduct. Other people think about the distance of the road deck from the valley floor. In the case of Millau, the deck is 270 meters from the ground. That's a staggering height. But there's a bridge in Guizhou which doubles that distance, with several meters to spare. Duge Bridge is right on the border between Guizhou and Yunnan. It cuts through such a mountainous area that it reduces the journey from 5 hours down to 1. Beneath the bridge is a sharp, jagged canyon with a violent river at the bottom. That river is a dizzying 565 meters beneath the bridge's deck, the highest drop of any bridge on Earth. There are only 5 buildings in the entire world that wouldn't fit beneath the deck of the Duge Bridge. If a person fell off the side, it would take them almost 15 seconds to hit the bottom. That's long enough to realize what's happening, seize up with terror, whisper a prayer, and still have time to spare. It's a staggering, breathtaking distance, and enough to make it the most terrifying bridge in the world.
Just close your eyes and go like this.
Would you be brave enough to drive across any of these bridges? Which one would you find the most terrifying? Let us know in the comments below.
I think it's going to be the Chinese, the last
Dear
one.
God, please take me before my body hits this ground.
And there you have it.
That's wild.
Anyway, enough about bridges.
Now that we've been traumatized by that.
Right. Go from orgasms to bridges. Here we go. Let's see here.
Whatever stimulates the brain.
There you Yeah, man. So it's safe to say that I'm not finna be nobody's daredevil or none of that shit.
Nah.
Ditto. Birds of a feather flock together.
Shit. Yeah, this dude though, man, I don't understand none of that kind of weird shit these dudes do.
But have you heard about the what you call it dude? Uh who I thought you were talking about, the tightrope walker guy. Because he's been on like primetime TV with his stunts. But he's well harnessed and has suits, and the people that make his gear, like his uncle, I think it's his uncle who's like a NASA engineer or whatever the deal is. But he's done tightrope walking between like across Niagara Falls. I watched that shit. I believe over the Grand Canyon.
I think I saw. Yeah, the Grand Canyon.
Maybe between some buildings in Chicago, and wanted to do something in New York City. And New York City said, "No, we're not sanctioning that."
Did he
You're not.
die?
No, he's not died. He's still alive doing stuff. Like he wants to do the pyramids and some other stuff, but he's geared up, right? And like this is what he does. His dad did it too, I believe. I think his dad's still alive. I mean, unless he died, but he didn't die from doing the tightrope walking. But like he's been on prime time at 9, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night with these stunts. They've televised this.
Yeah, walking between two high tower buildings and
Yeah,
the Grand
and
Canyon.
Niagara Falls and the
Yeah.
Grand Canyon.
Well, yeah, those people don't need to reproduce at all.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
God
he
just
got
be
it from
making
his dad.
anything.
His dad reproduced.
Like he said that he said God just be making anything. just be making anybody. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
No restrictions.
Now that we've had that level of topic, what else you got for us, Ray?
So let's touch on the thing about we're now finding out the damaging results of the mandated return to the office, and it's worse than we thought.
Worse than who thought? Then they wanted to lie to themselves about because you didn't want to listen to the people?
Hey.
I mean, I think people were probably pretty honest about what they were willing to do and what they weren't willing to do, and you're lying to yourself about where we're at in terms of industry standards and where the workforce is at. And that generation that believes you go to work, you go in the office every day, you get a job that has a good 30-year plan, you get your pension, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like
That's just played
that
out.
concept alone has changed drastically as the generations have grown. And a lot of millennials are not in that space at all whatsoever. And then you've got Gen Z, which is our children, our sons, coming behind going like, yeah, like maybe I'll have me a little job doing this or whatever, but like I've got this other dream that I really want to pursue, and they're pursuing their dreams and finding ways to make money differently than punching a clock. So
Okay, so we got a report here from CBS News. Let's see what they talking about.
Especially if you have a long commute, that's gas.
That's a raise for a lot of people.
I
Exactly.
had a 2-hour round trip commute that I happily gave up. But I gave mine up before the what you call it.
The push by employers to bring workers back into the office may be having a reverse effect. New survey finds some hybrid workers would rather leave their jobs than give up the schedules. That's especially true on Wall Street, where a recent survey found 1 in 2 professional investors were willing to quit their jobs if the managers required them to spend more time in the office. The trend is having an impact on hiring practices, company growth, and more. Joining us now is Bloomberg reporter Jo Constance. She is a co-author of a recent article on the subject in Bloomberg News. So, Joe, tell us, how has company growth been impacted overall by the fact that many workers would prefer to work remotely or at least have a hybrid schedule?
Right. So we have new data out just this week that looked at how recruitment was impacted by the number of days in the office companies are requiring. And it's showing that companies that require more days in the office are growing at a slower rate, especially those companies that require 5 days in the office. And so that is just some preliminary evidence to show that again, workers really value their flexibility that they got during the pandemic, and that's just continuing.
Now, there's also been a lot of debate about productivity in terms of allowing remote work, hybrid work. A lot of companies think that there's a lack of productivity. Other employees say, I actually get more done when I'm able to have a hybrid schedule. What is actually the truth about that?
Yeah, that's a really tough one, especially because, again, there's those perception differences. The people who are working remotely really say that they do feel more productive. And then the perception is different from management, and it's hard to square those two things. But I think what we're seeing is even if somebody is just as productive at home as they would be in the office, and maybe even a little bit more because there aren't as many distractions that you might have in an open floor plan. You might be losing other things like the connections with your colleagues. You might have really strong connections with your team members who you're talking to and
That's the
working with
tough
every
part
day,
for me.
but you may not have as many weak ties with other people at the company. So, there are potentially other things that are lost, and we're just learning more about that, as we go along.
So, Joe, given that your research or your reporting finds that companies that are requiring full-time in-office work are growing slower, they're finding it more difficult to recruit people, what can employers do to try and compete if they want their workers to be in the office?
Yeah, I think the idea there is really just look very carefully at how many days you really need, because again, I think for a lot of people, a lot of employees appreciate the fact that it's important to have some in-person time. So, a lot of people would say, yeah, sure, I'm happy to come in 2 days, 3 days. But I think the question there is, do we really need everyone in 5 days a week? And if that's the case, then I think it's up to senior leadership to be very clear about exactly why that is. I think people really appreciate just knowing the logic and understanding that, and if they can get on board with that and understand how, why it's necessary for the business, I think a lot of people can appreciate that.
All right, Joe Constance, thank you.
Senior leadership also has to be willing to be in there. It's not enough to have supervisors and managers in there. You need to have your top dogs in the office if that's what you want. If you want the low people on totem pole to be in there, you got to have the top people on totem pole in there.
Yeah, I agree, but that's just shit. The connection part of it, I don't agree with the productivity thing, and I don't believe that you can be competitive by making people stay in the office. I don't, because that's one of the things I argue at my job. It's like, you have to wait 90 days, you have to be up to standard and productivity and all this kind of stuff before you can go off. And my thing is, if they ain't gonna be able to work at a expectation in the office, they ain't gonna be able to do it at home. And I feel like, this whole thing that we do, the 90-day rule, it's not competitive with other clinics or hospitals in the market, especially when it comes to billing offices, because a lot of them are straight remote from day one, or you are the only time you're in the office is when you're there collecting your equipment and stuff like that, or having your new employee orientation.
Right, your training.
And they're doing those things virtual. So it's like, so we have like Peace Health, Providence, Kaiser, and these are all billing offices is what I'm referring to. They work from home right off the bat. We don't, you got to do 90 days. You know what I'm saying? Before you can be eligible. You have some people that they prefer to come into the office. You know what I'm saying? But more than half of my team works remote. and they wouldn't want. And I tell them, I say, you already, I always joke them whenever they have to come into the office for, we have these team meetings or conferences. And I'm like, you ready to come back to the office? And they be like, oh no, no. They like, cool. But most of them, all of them, all of my remote people, they're exceeding their productivity.
I was gonna say, do you find their productivity is higher?
It's been maintained for over since they've been. I haven't had an issue with anybody's productivity that works remotely.
Yeah, my productivity is higher. I was worried about my productivity. So I was like, oh gosh, what if I find myself doing all these things? But the reality is I'm a social person. So what I realized is that, like, when I went into the office, like, yeah, I'm in the office and yeah, I'm doing my work and my productivity is whatever it needs to be. But here's what happens. Somebody comes over to my desk and they're talking to me, right?
Yeah.
There's a conversation. Now, I go back to work and do it. Now I got to go to the bathroom. I get up, I go to the bathroom. I see somebody in the hall. There's a conversation.
Yeah.
I go into the break room to get some water. There's a conversation.
Yeah.
So and so, oh, my daughter's selling Girl Scout cookies. F it. I was a Girl Scout. I'm going to buy the cookie. Now I'm over there in a 30-minute conversation, right? So all that is taking that away from time working, right?
Right.
I have those conversations at home.
Well, for me, working from home, because I'm in leadership, so it's a little different for me. I have one day a week that I can work from home, or if I needed to work from home, I can work as an Ivy laptop, So for me, what I've noticed, because I've been starting to take my Wednesdays or taking my days, work from home days. What I like about working from home is the fact about what you're talking about, distractions, because I don't have people just coming in my office with questions. You know what I'm saying? Now they have to Skype me or email me, and I can manage that better when they're not over my shoulder, coming in, like, my clerical staff or, my insurance people that are in the office. You know what I mean? They'll, come in, or if it's somebody from another department, or if it's customer service or something like that, if I'm the only supervisor there, like today, I was the only one there. It was only one manager there today. You know what I'm saying? Other than myself, you know what I mean? So it's like managing all these people, but no, I don't have that. It was cool working from home, like Wednesday, just, they just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool.
Is your staff that's in the office, are they there because they prefer to work in the office?
Yeah. I mean, shit, I did everything for them. I mean, they can come in. I got it to where they can come in as early as 7:00. And I told them, I said, be careful what you wish for, because if you choose that early shift, your expectation is to be here. You know what I'm saying? Once you sign your life on the line, it's a wrap.
There's no flexibility.
What do you mean?
So my department allows us to have a flexibility in start time. We can start anywhere between 7 and 9 a.m. You're not late until it's 9:03. So, as long as you're on the clock by 9:03, you're up and you're going and you're moving.
Yeah, that's how it used to be for me at AT&T. I had a flex schedule like that. I mean, my team, we could actually get away with doing that because we don't answer phones, so we don't have to worry about coverage and those type of things. They work out of work queues, specifically. So, theoretically, they can come in as early as 6 if they let us. You know what I'm saying, and get off at 2:30. If that was the case, but they're not going to do that. But there's, like, for customer service, they definitely can't change that because they got to have coverages.
Yeah.
Until the phones are cut off or whatever.
Yeah.
But for us, we don't need that. So, it used to be no earlier than 7:30. Now, my boss, she told me, she's like, because I have some of my reps asking, and she's like, listen, I don't care. 7:00 is the earliest they can come in. If they can come in, I'll let you have that. And so I have one person who comes in at 7. I have one that comes in at 7:15, and I have one that comes in at 7:30, or 2 that come in at 7:30.
What time they get off?
If they start at 7, it's 3:30, 7:30, 4, 8, 4:30.
Yeah. That's our shifts work the same. Yep.
Yeah, so I typically get there between 7:30 and 8. Sometimes I get there at 7, but I usually work until 5. You know what I mean, or at least 4:30 when I get up. I don't like leaving before my staff. You know what I mean. So I
Yeah.
usually try to wait until they're all gone or whatever. If they need me at the end of the day, then I'm there to, take care of whatever I need to. Yeah. What time is it?
Yeah, 11.
It's only like 11:25.
Oh, okay. Ain't that bad. We're gonna keep it 55th.
Yeah, that was funny.
55th Street, the fuck? Yeah, man. Nah, but I don't care. The only thing I wish that they would do for us for the remote thing is that to allow our remote staff to have cameras. So when I do my key
Webcams.
performance, yeah.
You talking from a supervisor's point of view.
Nah, I'm talking from a connection point of view. Because that's one of the
Nah.
things that they talked about in the video. And so
You want to
They
spy.
won't let you guys have them. They won't purchase them.
Ray want to spy.
yeah,
That's
no,
exactly right.
It's
That's
like
exactly
when
how
you
I
have
said.
nah, it's not. I ain't
like
gotta
when
do
you have
that.
your
I
when you
won't be
have
able
your
to do
virtual
that.
meetings.
Ray want
Right.
to spy.
Yeah, but our director and them, they're not doing it like Peace Health. All of them, they have their staff have cameras. So when you're,
Have your
leading the team,
one-on-ones.
when you're leading a team, they can see my face if I show my face, but I can't see them.
You're not talking about 24/7. You just talking
No,
about
like
for a
having a
meeting.
Zoom meeting or something
No,
like that.
so when I have my key performance huddles with the whole team, or when I have our Friday huddle, weekly huddles with the whole team, that's when I'm talking about their cameras. They should be able to have camera access. So when I'm meeting with them, I can see their face to face. And
Why
we,
don't
they
you
have
look
that.
at you guys' little cameras?
Well, first of all, they should be having a laptop that has a camera on it, so you can do your
Well,
stuff.
I
There's that,
do.
but you can purchase the little kit. So because
Yeah,
we
that little
just
thing
have
in
little cameras.
Okay,
and stuff.
so technology wise, what they have is called thin client, and they won't. Those are secure so that you can't add any type of outside devices to them because security. You see what I'm saying? So you can't just take a outside like a what do they call those not an HDMI but a USB port a hard drive, or you can't plug your phone into our computers to charge them up. You see what I'm saying? Because it has a file on that, and that goes to, it's an automatic report that goes to our security team anytime you try to plug up an outside device that has a memory card or something like that matter. You know what I'm saying? Or a camera.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And so those aren't set up like that. So they brought it up because that was one of the things that came up on our surveys. And they were like, because our client, our staff, they wanted that. You know what I mean? Because there's some people I won't see I'll talk to them all the time, but I won't see their faces for almost a year. You know what I mean? There's people on my staff I haven't seen in
They'll
nearly
be
a
like,
year.
we miss you.
Yep. And so
Make
that
you feel good as a supervisor. They call you Olin or they call you Ray?
They call me Olin except for one person. Yep. And that's Kay. She used to work with me at Peace Health before I hired her, so she always called me Ray. And so she calls me Olin at work, you know what I mean? But outside of work or that kind of thing, she'll refer to me as Ray. That's how I introduced myself to her when I met her or whatever. And like her son and all of them, they call me Ray or whatever. But yep. It's the first thing that's on my thing. Olin. That's what they call me.
It's your professional name?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I understand it's your legal name, but...
Yeah, only people from work and people I went to school with call me Olin. You know what I mean?
So where you can differentiate, like, how do I know you?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell how people know me depending on how they address me. Last name, or if people call me Clarice, I'm like, I don't necessarily remember you. So there's a window of time. If you use that name that's on this screen, there's a window of time that if I don't know who you are by looking at you, I know you from this window of time.
Right.
Now I
So
gotta
you
figure
must
out
have
who you
must have
are.
been school era, right?
You didn't know me before I was this age, and you haven't known me after this age. You've known me in this little window here.
Yeah,
Because
but
I'm like, I don't know who you are.
yeah, but that's how I yeah. It's how I mean I like some people don't even like I remember one time I forget who it was, some chick. This is back in the 1025 days or whatever, and some chick had came through and was calling me Ray Ray. And Stevie had asked me, he said, "Why is she calling you that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, like she
Hold
ain't supposed
on.
to, you ain't supposed to be calling him that. You know what I'm saying? Like only his, my little cousins and stuff like that. They the only ones that really are my aunties or something, or my close people call me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or rap or people that listen to my music or whatever. But outside of that, don't nobody call me that. You know what I'm saying? But my little cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Too familiar.
Yeah. He didn't like that. He didn't like that. I thought that was cool though. It was funny though. But it's like, nah, she can't. You ain't kidding him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know him like that. You calling that nigga Ray Ray?
Stepping in on that one, saying no.
Yeah. What is she doing? Why is she saying that? It's just funny to me. But yeah, they call me the O or Olin or Boss Man or Boss. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call me. I got 3 people.
Well,
No,
they can't call you
I'm
O.
not lying.
They can't call
I
you O.
believe you.
They'll call me Boss or Boss Man.
I take that personally. Hold on. Don't be
Yeah.
infringing on my nicknames.
Yeah, they have a couple for me.
You hear me
know.
right? I didn't know your name was Olin until college.
Oh yeah.
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 It was in the
Shit,
yearbook. Is it
everybody-
in the yearbook? It wasn't in the yearbook. Is it one of the yearbooks?
Yeah,
I
it's in
think
the
so.
yearbook.
I think so. Yeah. No, I mean shit. Most people, shit. A lot of people in high school, well, I would say like the non-black kids, that I knew, you know what I mean, like the white kids or the Asians or whatever, they call me Olin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like they'll know that I went by Ray or whatever, and then they'll probably someone pick it up or when they'll see me, they'll be like Olin, doing that shit. So I'll be
They
like,
say it
yeah.
all hard and shit.
Yeah. Like they would say the nigger with the hard ER. No, yeah, they go in.
That's cool.
Yeah, they know a nigga whole name too. They'll call the nigga whole government. I be like, shit, you remember all that?
I remember in college you being on a mission to try to really get people to call you Olin.
Yeah, they wasn't going for it.
It took you a while. You succeeded though.
Yeah,
I never called him
it was
Olin.
like a
I always
movement.
called
I'm
his
gonna
ass
go by
Ray.
Olin.
I think I started doing that like my senior year, like when they Kevin, who had asked me, was my teacher at KBPS. He's announcer for the what are they, the Timbers? He do all the college games and stuff though. You remember Kevin Flink? He was a big tall guy from the radio program. Anyway, that's my teacher or whatever. But he asked me one year during football season. He said, "What do you want me to call you when you run the touchdowns?" In I was like, my whole name, Olin Ray Nelson Jr. And so whenever I scored senior year, I scored like 8 touchdowns that year. And they every time I scored, and they would say my whole name. But see, that's because I was in radio. I was in control of the broadcasting too.
Hey, my cousin, her nickname is Sister, and I never knew her real name for over 30-something years till Yolanda said her name. I'm like, who the fuck is that? She's like,
That's your cousin?
yeah, she was like, your cousin. I was like, nah, her name is Sister. And she was like, nah, her name is, and I had to call her mom and be like, hey, what's Sister's name? And she told me. And I said, how did she get that name? And she said, because her youngest daughter couldn't say her real name, so she called her Sister. So that's how it's that. But yeah, bro, I was 30-something years old before I found out my cousin's real
Finding
name.
out from nobody.
Yeah.
He said her name is Sister, nigga.
He said,
Fuck
who
you
is
talking
that?
about?
She's like it's your cousin, babe.
Yeah, I was like, what? Who's that? I don't know
A
what the
show
fuck you
fam.
talking about. Her name is Sister.
Her name is Sister, nigga.
So all that time, nobody happened to mention her name or say her name.
Nah,
They
because
always,
like
everybody called her sister.
everybody, every call.
Okay.
Close the Wi-Fi.
There it goes.
And everybody call me Scooty, but my uncle, and he's like, I ain't calling you that. Your name is Ivory. You know, he the only one.
By your government
You
name.
said your name is Ivory.
He the only one that has never called me Scooty. He always called me Ivory. You know, you'll see at the, he won't be there, but you'll see at the party when people be like, you hear these names and shit, you're gonna be like, huh? And you're gonna be like, oh shit, that's what Ivory was talking about.
So yeah. That's funny right there. So I ain't calling you. That ain't your motherfucking name. Everybody in my on my mama's side of the family called me Ray Ray. My mom called me Olin Ray when she was mad at me. And
You're like, I'm in trouble now.
yeah, when she pulled out the whole government name, nigga, it's a problem. And on my dad's side, they all call me that. They'll call me Ray Ray. I mean, only person that really would call me Olin was my mom. Yeah, she was. I mean, it wasn't all the time when she was mad though, but when she was trying to make a point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's my son. I'm gonna call him when I named him.
Yeah, well, I gotta get through to this nigga because he ain't listening. Olin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
There's my girl.
You off the
Man,
OnlyFans
you
shit?
left me hanging, petty. I'm over here having conversations about the orgasm gap with these men. It's a whole thing. I was like, oh my god.
Well, you know, I went to the
Don just
Vanport.
got done second shift on the OnlyFans.
The airport?
The Vanport concert where it had
Oh,
Joe.
how was it?
It was
You still got the band on?
Oh yeah, I just got home. Yeah, it was cool. It was straight. You know, niggas. The show was supposed to start at 5. Them niggas didn't get on the stage really doing that until like almost 8 o'clock.
Oh my!
It must have been a black function.
It was a black event, clearly. That nigga, Michael, Michael Phillips, Karis's husband.
Yeah.
The saxophone player.
Yeah.
Well, nigga, stick to playing the phone, nigga. Don't be trying to rap, nigga. And
he was rapping?
Oh, nigga, that shit was hilarious. Me and Niecy was down there. I was almost pissy, nigga. Yeah, he was rapping.
That nigga busted a move on him.
Yeah, he was doing big things. He was showing off for sure. That's his homie, you know.
Yeah.
He was rapping, and it was just like, it sounded like the raps Jason used to write a long time ago.
Nigga said, nigga, nigga. Everybody, if you got what it takes,
yeah.
I'm Curtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the prize.
Nigga. Shit was cool though. And I wonder if they're gonna be as late as they was today tomorrow.
They go all the way to Sunday, right?
Huh? I think so.
Yeah, I went year before last. I didn't go last year.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I would just suggest you pay for your parking and all that before you go.
Shit, when I went, it was free parking.
Oh no, it ain't free parking no more. They $10. Yeah. I mean, there is some. If you can find parking, yeah, go for it. But if you know what I'm saying.
Everybody wants they loot.
Yeah, well, when I went, we pulled up in the motherfucker. It was a big ass field.
Yeah, it was at Coldwood though, so it was cool.
Yeah.
It was at Coldwood Golf Course.
Yeah.
Okay. You know.
Yep, that's where they have it at.
Yeah. I was laughing. I got pictures of people that shouldn't been in the shit they was in. You know. Oh man, bitch.
Using the general
Man.
public for entertainment.
Oh my God! When I tell you that I was entertained completely. Oh shit! Motherfuckers was dancing and shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was cool though. Yeah.
Shit, what to do now? Tomorrow I might have to see what's going on.
Tomorrow they're gonna have Chappelle and a couple of, I forgot who's on the lineup for tomorrow, but it's more than was today. I got a couple people up there today that thought they was rappers. I'm gonna need y'all to have several motherfucking seats, nigga.
See, I don't know what be wrong with the musicians, bro. Just stick to what you do best. And that ain't rapping.
And do that.
And that's it, nigga. You're dope with the sax, nigga. You're the shit with that. You know what I'm saying? But you need to let that rapping shit for the rappers, okay? And even some of the motherfuckers that was supposed to be rappers, you need to leave that to the real rappers, because you niggas, I was tickled.
Hey, listen, man, them niggas doing what they want to do. Fuck it.
They're branching out.
You can branch these nuts, nigga. Sit down. Have a seat.
For real, have
a seat. Nigga, how
Several
about me go
fucking
pick up a motherfucking sax and start playing, nigga? No.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, nigga. For real.
Nigga. Out here busting raps, nigga. You
It's
been
that
playing
like that
with
meme that said,
nigga, you been
like
playing
that-
with Prince, nigga. You talking about rapping, nigga.
Rap,
Fuck is you
and
doing?
Michael Jackson. I'm talking about, nigga, like, it's that one meme that said, I want to tell my cousin that he can't rap, but he always got his gun on him, though.
Y'all crazy.
That shit's funny, nigga. That shit
That went straight to your head, didn't it? You cough like that.
He
Brought you right at the right time.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. You got to stay ready.
But you know that the chest and the notes and the head, and it's like, whoo.
Yeah.
You got something to drink
I
next
want
to
to
you?
tell my You want to tell him? I want to. So you want to tell your cousin he can't rap, but he always got a gun on him, nigga.
He always got his gun on him, though.
But I took that kind of personal, nigga. What you
Oh,
talking
no,
about? I'm like, hold on. Is she talking about me? Oh my god, that's hilarious, nigga.
Don't be
But there's a
tender,
whole
man.
bunch. Oh, I'm not.
There's a whole bunch of niggas out here that's like that can't rap, that think that they
No,
can rap.
I do, and I know a few.
And like, and I say my cousin because, you know, on my other side, I got people that I didn't know was my family that are my family now, and nigga be trying to rap, and I be like, nigga, first of all, but you know, I just don't say nothing because I don't be want to hurt their feelings and shit, and they always got their guns on them, so you know, I don't know, nigga, you might get mad and try to shoot a bitch.
Man, people take that shit personal too.
Yes, they do.
Especially if they believe, nigga, in themselves.
If you're a believer in themselves, honey,
and they trying.
They doing everything they can. Every night they gotta fight this food they love.
You know what's a trip though? But it's like whenever I hear people, they be calling themselves rapper, you know, these drill rappers. Everybody's rapping now. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like saying I rap.
Yeah, everybody's a rapper.
But when you listen to these niggas, I'll just be like,
what in the
it ain't nothing different. You know what I'm saying? It all sounds the fucking same. You can pick 5 niggas, and at least 3 of them niggas will sound similar or exactly the same. They gonna be rapping like fucking NBA young
Everybody
boys.
want to be Mo3 right now.
It's horrible too. It's not a good sound. I never really considered you a rapper. I just considered you were a person who did music.
Yeah.
Just limited to that narrow definition. You know what I mean? Of an artist. I feel like the term rapper is such a narrow definition of an artist, and I get there's some people who are just only rappers. I never saw you as just only a rapper. I saw you more as an individual who did music. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it do. It do.
Some people can't use that.
So it's
that
like
term.
this, like
You're right.
it's like
I agree.
people like anybody can rap, right? So
Right.
you can rhyme words, right, or
That's
whatever.
like everybody can sing. Ain't that your line?
Everybody
can sing,
cannot
can
rap.
Sing. They just can't do it
They
that well.
didn't do it that well, yeah. And that'd be the
your
thing,
line?
though. And people, it is, and people don't be honest though with people either, though. You know,
They don't be.
when they know that they not on the level, you know, they're really not good. But then they'll play it for you and they wait for a response. And when they're looking at you, wait for you to respond to the song positively.
Yeah, well,
What are you supposed to say?
You're supposed to say what you think they want to hear. Really, you have to let people, you have to give somebody the song and let them listen to it on their own time in their own space so that they can enjoy it, you know, under those circumstances versus you breathing down their fucking neck trying to give them an answer. And you know how music is, it might hit you different. You might not like the song when you first hear it. And then, you know, you listen to it a couple times and you're like, oh, okay. I
hear the message. I like
the music. Yeah.
90% of the time, it don't be that.
Niggas come up to a nigga and like, hold on.
98% of the time.
Every single time I go to a rap show, I promise you, and I'm going to one coming up here pretty soon, right? And when I go and I see peers and stuff like that, or people that I know or whatever, they say they're rapping or whatever, they always put me aside like, "What's up? How you been?" Da, 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 da. They talking in my ear like whispering, and then they like start rapping.
Like they institutionalized.
But they'll start rapping verses to a nigga, and they keep they don't stop rapping. They just rap, nigga. You can't even hear these niggas. They rapping over the beat of the nigga that's performing in your ear, nigga. For real, it happens all the time, nigga. Hold on, check this out. And I'm listening to this shit, and I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, you.
Listen, it'd be the worst shit ever, though. It happens all the time. I'm like, and my first question is, what you expect me to do for you? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm not managing nobody, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, you gonna manage a nigga. You know you can manage the niggas and give them some pointers, right?
Did you see?
I ain't got that kind of time.
Did you see Dr. Dre on Heart to Heart?
No.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't get to see it all.
You
send me the link? Didn't you, Claire?
I probably did. That was a very good interview. Because Dre doesn't do interviews. So, like, I hadn't really thought about that till Kevin kind of addresses, like, nobody ever gets to hear you talk. But he talks about how two people that he turned down to work with were Prince and Michael Jackson.
Right.
He said two people what?
He turned down working with Prince and Michael Jackson. So it's interesting to listen to him talk about why.
Oh. And he explains why?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I had to put that nigga in the stratosphere. Well, he already in the
But Elsa, you seen it? What about the comment about
I didn't see it. I heard that part.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yeah.
I need you to see it because you need to hear the comment about Stevie Wonder. That shit's funny.
Oh, excuse me. I am so hungry.
What did he say about Stevie?
Stevie Wonder apparently called his people early in the morning, and Dre makes a little fly ass comment about, I guess he says something like, I guess because he can't see what time it is, nobody else can, right? And Kevin just can't stop laughing. Like the point Dre's like, stop fucking laughing, right? But
that was a good one.
Yeah, call that nigga early in the morning.
Yeah.
What channel do it come on, Claire?
It's on Peacock.
Okay.
Peacock. Where's my other remote?
Excuse me.
Peacock.
That shit.
I don't know.
Are they gonna send James Harden to Portland?
I don't know. Who cares? I mean, at this point, But they say that boy Portland drafted is the real deal and the truth, nigga. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do.
Which one?
They, Scoot Henderson, I think that's his name. Yeah, that little nigga raw.
He got a twin sister and the ball too.
Oh yeah, I didn't know all of that. I just know him. But yeah, he can ball.
They got a
for real.
commercial together.
That's cool. Still on.
That's right.
What's his name? Scoop Henderson.
Yeah.
So Lillard said he out.
The question's gonna be what they do with them. Are they gonna get their stuff together to where?
Well, if they get rid of Dame Lillard, if they get
that you've done with every other person that we've ever had, that's been good. We've had plenty of good players.
well, good players don't necessarily mean you win championships. They were competitive some of those years.
Clearly, but the good players who didn't win championships here have gone on to other franchises and haven't done so bad.
Right, but that don't mean nothing. That just what that speaks to is the management.
Yes.
They have terrible management. But not even just that though. It's like Portland is a small market and a lot of people don't want to fucking come here. And I think that's their biggest thing. There's a lot of free agent stars, the names that you need to come here to win, don't want to come to fucking Portland. That's their biggest problem. It's not they draft well. They drafted Dame Lillard, you know what I'm saying, out of a small school who happened to be a fucking maniac, you know what I'm saying, who came in there. You get fucking CJ McCullough, another great guard who can play. They draft well. You know what I mean? But it's like when you draft those homegrown players, you got to get another piece, and that's like a third star, a guy, you know, and those guys that are available that Portland would need to put them over the top, they're not coming here. That's the reason why Portland ain't never been. So they have to really do it organically, you know, and even after they do it organically, after 4 or 5 years, them guys is ready to dip off and go do other things.
Yeah.
You know,
remember they had Brandon Roy and all them cats too.
Yeah, but Brandon Roy that's injuries. Portland's biggest issue is not only that, Claire, is injuries. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of think about Brandon Ward. That was a great player. I mean, he just as good as Dame Lillard was. He was the real truth. And he had knee problem where, you know, he was done. Greg Oden, he had knee problems and he could ball. But the nigga he had that fucking knee, and the type of surgery he had was degenerative. It wasn't nothing he could really do. He never was able to be what they projected him to be as a number 1 draft pick. Remember, we got him in the first, or was it first pick?
First or second, one of the two.
First or second, yeah. So you think about that kind of stuff, coupled with the other thing that I was talking about as far as, you know, big time free agents coming here. Portland's had a string of bad luck, you know, bad luck, bad
1970.
77.
Yeah, I was 2.
So basically, our whole lives.
I remember when they won.
Whatever. I don't.
Shut your ass up. Did you really?
I do. My Aunt Gina was one of the Blazer dancers.
Oh, okay.
She had the Blazer album when they won the championship and all that shit. I remember that. Yep, that was 5 or 6. Yeah, Star Wars came out right after that.
Right.
So it wasn't.
Well, they suck now.
He was like the Blazers won.
They suck now.
Star Wars came out. Shit, it was going down.
Yeah, the Blazers are trash.
Because that was right around the time my parents were splitting. So yeah, I definitely remember them days. I was like 6. My parents, that's when they divorced around that time. So yeah, I have a number of reasons to remember that team.
Was Billy Ray Bates on the team at that time?
When they won the championship?
Nah,
that nigga was smoking crack. It was the 80s.
Okay.
He was smoking crack and shit. That nigga was an athlete though. Billy Ray Bates, nigga. That nigga was a coon on the court, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Hey, that was when they kicked it. They wasn't afraid to be in, you know, Northeast Portland and hanging out and this and that shit.
Well, they don't need to be hanging around under these low life scumbag motherfuckers. Their job is to play basketball.
Yeah, but Yeah, but I mean, shit, see the town, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, nah, I don't. Cause them niggas, you wouldn't be hanging around these niggas, man. Just like them when the Jailblazer, when they had Zach Randolph and Darius Miles and all them niggas, they was hanging with Portland niggas and getting
Yeah,
caught up
yo ass, nigga.
dog fighting and yeah. Isaiah Ryder came to my house that one day. Dante Warren
Okay
brought him
then,
over.
nigga.
Dante Warren brought this nigga over, right? He stops over to the 10 and a quarter. He knocks on the door. Go to the door. It's him and J.R. Ryder. He was like, "Oh man, he just brought through the studio and shit." And he and this nigga at our front door smoking a blunt. So he smoked. We talking to him, and he was like, "J.R. Ryder." He's like, and Stevie was like, "Nigga, we know who you are, nigga." Like but he, he came and hang out with us and shit.
Okay.
And it was a game day though. They was playing Atlanta, and they lost to Atlanta, nigga. Because we was telling niggas like, man, don't go out here, man, fucking up tonight, bro, because you was fucking with us, bro. You was saying we was telling them that. but like them niggas would come, Damon was come hang out, Zach Randall, all them, yeah, that them niggas was doing too much, bro. It was doing
Like
too
you,
much.
do you want to be professional athletes or do you want to hang over here with us?
That's what it was. You have to hang with your peoples and all that, man. Fuck them niggas, man. You making millions, nigga. Get away from them niggas, man. They gonna pull you down. They looking for a meal, nigga. Get away from them, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit. Like seriously, that'd be a lot of these niggas' downfalls, man. Feeling like they could save the fucking world, nigga. Save yourself and your family, nigga. Hanging out with these bums, nigga. They driving your cars and shit.
You better hang out with us.
I don't want to hang out with no stars. I want to watch them niggas do what they do. In the year that we should have won a championship, we choked that away like a dirty porn star. It was
When they had who?
When they had Rasheed Wallace, Bonzi Wells, Steve Smith, Scottie Pippen, Arvydas Sabonis. Like they had a squad, bro. They had a squad.
Hey, think what a championship does to the city and the team. You're gonna have a couple more people wanting to come.
Oh, absolutely. They got to get it together to do that.
But they did get it. They just came up short. The year that they had their best opportunity was that year. They was up 12 in the fourth quarter of a game 7, nigga, and they blew the lead, nigga. Or it was a 15. It was a 15 with like less
playoff game.
It was the Western Conference Finals. It was the game to see who goes to the final to go to play.
To go to the championship.
Philly or New Jersey or something. I think it was New Jersey or something like that. Or Indiana, one of those. Anybody on the East Portland was gonna wash.
But
they
remember,
had LA back against the wall, nigga.
The Blazers were known for being up by like 50 with 2 minutes left and then losing by 10. Remember we'd be leaving the Coliseum. Oh yeah, they got this. You get home, nigga, they lost by 15. Like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah, but they blew. I watched that shit, and Rasheed was missing free throws and shit. And them niggas, we sat there at the house, and we just sat there and watched them niggas melt. Damon Stoudemire was on that team too. I don't think Rod Strickland was on that team, but that motherfucking team was loaded, nigga. That team should have won the title that year. Because niggas wanted to play for that team.
Yeah.
That was a time when we was getting free agents and shit.
Not no more.
Ruben Patterson had him on that team, nigga. Yeah, they had some ballers, man. And that was had they won that championship though, Claire, that would have changed probably how what he was I think he was saying what that does, a championship does for a city. That could have changed the dynamics. As far as the free agent market, I think.
Yeah, people want to come. Man, I'm going to come play over there, man. They solid. They just need a couple more pieces to win it again.
Nah, they didn't, man. The team they had was a championship team, but then what they do after that run, and then they blew up the team and started all over again. You know what I mean?
Big dummies.
Yeah.
Consistently.
I mean, the market is a motherfucker, man. The thing is you have to understand you either get what you can get out of these players or you need to trade them off or lose them for nothing and get nothing for them. I done had this nigga for 4 years. He on the fourth year of his contract. He's at the end of his contract. Nigga, we ain't finna do nothing with him. We finna either trade this nigga, or if we don't trade him by the end of his contract, he can be a unrestricted free agent and go walk somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You get nothing for the nigga. You know what I mean? Unless you got a restriction on him or some sort.
Unless you got papers on your slave.
Yeah, well, we got a restriction. We're gonna match the offer. If somebody offers you a deal and you sign that deal, then if you're a restricted free agent, then that means that a team can offer the deal, but you still have a chance to match that deal or pay more. And if you don't, then he can go ahead and sign with somebody else. Yeah. But if your team matches it, then you gotta sign that deal. Yeah.
Crying. Boy, y'all gotta sign it.
Listen, man, it's a business, man.
Oh, I hear you.
Shit, but yeah, Portland, I don't even care about if they win, if they go back, or I don't give a fuck about none of that shit with them niggas. The nigga Terrence is the one he's a Blazer fanatic.
You don't care, but you would be happy for them if they did, and it would be fun for the city if they did.
It would be cool, but this city don't deserve no championships.
I don't.
And I ain't talking about. They don't. Not. And I ain't talking about just like the players themselves. But I'm talking about just the city. This city is trash, bro. These niggas not winning the title out here, bro. Don't nobody want to come to a blue tent city, nigga. And this nigga Irie talking about them niggas hanging out in the Northeast with these niggas out here in the numbers, nigga, hanging out with these niggas. They shooting every day and killing these. Fuck out of here. I'm not hanging with none of you niggas, man. And I'm in the penthouse, nigga. I'm out there in Lake Oswego, nigga. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Well, y'all. It's about that time, man, to wrap this thing up, y'all. Thank y'all for joining the PDXDOPE Live podcast. Y'all have a good weekend, and we'll be back at y'all with another one next week. Remember to like and subscribe to the fucking channel. Deuces, y'all.
Right here, I ain't going nowhere. Got something to dance to for players and squares. Drugs and booze we share. The smell of weed, smoke and sex in the air. Come and play with me if you dare. It's hotter than Hell's Kitchen, women everywhere. We living it up until the clock stop. Rockin' hip hop, go hard to the last shot. Or my body drop, plant it in the box. Alright, let me get something clear on top. Get busy. We're not here for approval. We're not here to be liked.
I'm over here talking shit about people. I just realized who was live.